Right, welcome race fans to Wangaratta City Raceway. We're here today for the first round of the Antenna Specialists Modified Production Series. This is a 7-round series, 7 races, $20,000 in prize money overall, and it should be a top series. With me at the moment, I have Ashley Parkinson. Ashley is currently the Australian champion in the modified production. He won the title over there at West Australia. Congratulations on that, Ashley. And you're also sponsored by the Antenna Specialists who run the series. How do you think your chances will go, Ashley?
Yeah, well, the Antenna Specialist team's done a pretty good job on the car in the off-season. They've put a lot of work in, and hopefully we should be able to turn some laps and come home with the goods.
Well, the car looks $1 million. It doesn't look like it's been through the Australian title and got the dints and all that you come. Is this a brand new car?
No, we've done a lot of work on it in the off-season and try to make it look good for the start of the season again. And it's a credit to the team for the way they present the car, really.
Well, it really looks the part, the Antenna Specialist boys. I'd be very proud of that. Anyway, good luck today, and let's see whether you can beat the Fords, because beside me now I have Kearney Thompson with one of the Fords in the race. And Kearney, not too many Fords against the Holdens, but you've got the big Ford here, the 45 car from Bendigo. How do you reckon you go? Will you make Dickie Johnson proud?
Well, we always try to do that, Maury. Commodores are good cars, but we'll stick to the Falcon and try and get a few more herbs out of it and try and sort these boys out, I think. Yes.
Yes, well, the Wangaratta Raceway, you've been here before, and do you like the track here?
Yeah, Wang's a very good track. It's a little bit tricky to get the setup and everything right on it sometimes. It can go black, or it just can do all sorts of silly things, but no, it's a good track and should be good, nice racing.
Yeah, well, hopefully so. Good luck for tonight, and we'll see how you go. Right, with me now we have Trevor Mills, the Bendigo 10 car. Trevor Mills, of course, 3 times series winner. Trevor, you finished second in the New South Wales title, I think it was. You're ex-Australia too, but tonight's another story. It's a brand new series. How do you think you'll go, Trev?
Yeah, well, hopefully do all right. Wangaratta's sort of based on my home track, and it's a good fast track. I love racing here. So, and we've worked on the car, got a bit more power out. We found a few problems from last year. We had a bit of trouble at the end of last year, but hopefully it'll come together. Yeah,
well, the car looks $1 million. The Gary Dunkley panels sign work on the front, it really does look $1 million. And as I say, you are the man to beat in the series because you're 3 times winner. Let's hope tonight's your lucky night. But as you say, in racing, anything can happen.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a new sponsor this year, National Neon Signs, and all our other sponsors are backing us 100%. So it should be a good season, and we'll see, hopefully do all right.
No worries, good luck tonight. Right, a man that travels a heck of a lot in this series now, Ronnie Watts, all the way down from Leeton. Now, Ronnie, it's a hard series because it travels all over the state. We finish up, we go to Rosedale, we go down to Simpson, all over. You're from Leeton, you do a lot of miles.
Yeah, that's true, Maury, but if you want to drive with the Champagne drivers in the elite class, you've got to do the travelling, got to do the miles. We don't mind it, it's good racing. All the drivers are good drivers. It's a really good series.
Yeah, well, you've been there. I think you had bad luck last year in the state title. You were running very well up there in the points, and something went wrong with the car. Do you think your luck's changed this season? It's going to be a new series, and maybe it'll be Ronnie Watts' year.
Yeah, that'd be nice, Maury. I can't keep crossing all my fingers and toes, but we try our hardest. We do our best. We've only got a little 6. We're racing against the V6s, but we're up there with it. Our reliability's there. We hope we'll have a good year.
Right, well, there's 18 other cars out there in the pits at the moment besides these 4 out here on the track at the moment. So it'll all happen very shortly here at the Wangaratta City Raceway. And race fans, stay tuned. Flag is down. I think the flaggy got caught napping there as they get away nicely. And it's Cottrell. Caught out badly there in the start as Gumboot, better known as Galley, gets up high. Densley leads him around for the first time. Brendan Densley from Robert Garlick. And it's Darren Cottrell. Here comes Stephen Laidlaw and waking his way from 8th. He has moved up into almost 4th. He's 5th now, he's 4th. As he sticks the nose in front is the Australia 1 Ashley Parkinson car. Parkinson now, he's on a mission. He sets out, but so is Robert Garlick. He can see the lead in front of him. Densley. Garlick runs right out on the fence line. Dangerous stuff there for Robert Garlick. Now he comes down lower, looking for a run around. Garlick got the foot right into it. Down the back straight though, Densley. Keeping it nice and tidy there, Densley. Back at the back of the pack, West, he's got a problem. Graham West heading for the infield. west, he's got a problem. And Ashley Parkinson tapping the steering wheel as he comes up behind the 11 car there, Darren Cotterill. Parkinson sticks the nose in, has a bit of a sniff. Cotterill will know he's there by now because that car's pretty quiet, not very quiet at all. It actually barks. Now he comes round looking for a run. Parkinson will stick the nose underneath him again. No, he can't go with the job yet, but it's closing right up as Cotterill now starting to crack it up a bit and move up on the back of thing. Here's Parkinson now. He gets up beside Cotterill. Cotterill will know he's there now. Now Cotterill will go for it. Cotterill's not going to give him an inch. He'll make him race every inch of the way around the outside if he can. Cotterill, Parkinson's down low. Cotterill's going to get boxed in here with the 64 car if he's not careful. But Garlick doing a great job out there. Robert Garlick. Here's Parkinson trying to get under him again. Parkinson comes down. Cotterill shuts the gate again. All this time Densley's out in front and doing it nicely. Densley hanging on to his lead. Parkinson is back in the pack of 4 and trying to work his way up to the front, but he's got his work cut out there. As Garlick's not making a mistake in the little Cortina. He's actually got this thing flying. Back in the pack, we've got the Moe Engines car. We've got Marty Horson from Mildura, the Leeton car there, the Ace towing car. He's back in 7th position at this stage. Then it's the 2 Commodores, and Patterson brings up the rear. But this front run is where it's at, as Cotterill tries to work his way underneath the Garlick car. Cotterill's gone wide, he's made a blue. Have a look at that, Parkinson, one mistake, and Parkinson had him. Oh, and there's the Garlick car. Into the wall goes Garlick. Comes off the wall again, keeps the foot into it, but he's ripped the front end out. He has ripped the front end out, and we are under yellow. We are under yellow. We're under yellow as the Garlick car tries to get it down to the fence. The front end, you can see as he works his car around, he's ripped the front end out completely. Ready again, this has closed the field up. This will make it interesting now. The green flag at the ready as they come round. Will they go? And we're racing again. Densley gets away nicely. Parkinson, Cotterill though. He knows the pressure's on him now, Cotterill, so he's going to try and keep it out tight. But the Moe Engines Laidlaw car in 4th spot, looking for a run down the back straight. They'll come round. Cotterill, Parkinson. Parkinson tries to keep it. They go through. The white flag is out. We're on their last lap now. And it's Densley still leads from Parkinson. Parkinson out of 8 is into 2nd. Cotterill now makes a move, tries to get under him. Parkinson keeps it down low. And the checkered flag will come to Densley. Parkinson will hang on for 2nd. 3rd place to Cotterill. 4th place then to Laidlaw. 5th to Marty Horson. 6th back to Swanson. 7th to the Leeton car, Ronnie Watts. And the 10 car brings up the rear, so a top drive there.
I'm sorry.
They come round looking good. The green is down. Now we've got a race. They get away very nicely. Dowling grabs the lead. The 55 car looking for a run. Oh, Drew's car pushes badly and runs out wide there in the wet. Gets it sorted out. Millsy gets trapped there and loses a lot of ground. Here comes McKinnell now with a move up into 3rd spot. At this stage, McKinnell, Dowling, Drew, McKinnell. McKinnell goes wide. Watson down low. Watson's got the grunt in this Commodore. They sort themselves out now. They've gone around. We are under yellow. We are under yellow, and it's the 62 car. So bad luck there. The 62 car was the one that went around. There's no mucking around. Nice bunch again as they come around. Nice and tight. This will be better. That green flag goes down again, and this time Dowling does it again in the Ford. Gets away very nicely. Peter Dowling. Drew still drifts out wide on that first corner. Goes right out. Spears in there, and then it's McKinnell. McKinnell looking for a run up the inside of Spears this time. Drew's there. McKinnell's got the inside running. Spears is not going to back off. Spears in the Druin car. McKinnell's car pushing badly as he comes out. Now he's caught up with it. Gets it going, but Spears has got the jump. So Jim Spears comes around. Neil Watson slides through on McKinnell, and Mills is in there. Mills up into 4th spot at this stage. Now he's back to 5th. Now he's into 4th again as he puts his nose back in front. McKinnell comes back. Watson gets a tap from McKinnell. They sort themselves out. We're back under yellow again. We've got one up the top here. I didn't see it. I was watching the action down in front there. And the 61 car into the fence. Now We should get a start again this time around. The Garlic car sits on the infield. We're looking good for a start. The green is down again and Dowling does it again nicely. Spears looking for a run, throws the car there. McKinnell tries to get in. Spears goes high and then dives down low. Across the front of McKinnell. McKinnell has to back out of there. They go down the back straight. It's a different run again this time. They come in and now it's the Pottage car. Phil Pottage up into 4 spot. Spears is down low in the Cortina. And have a look at the dirty cars and the one out in front. You can tell in these 2 restarts who's been in front every time. Now Millsy makes a move up the inside of McKinnell as they come round, has to back off. Down the back straight they go. Millsy brings the car around now, picks up McKinnell, but it's Dowling out in front. Spears doing a great job in the little Cortina there. And the Garlic Cortina in the first heat did very well. We've got Justin Drew in second place there, doing a good job as well now as Mills starts to work his way up. Watson's in trouble there. Watson's got a problem with the front end, I think, of that car. He runs out now, he gets it back on track again. Mills comes around side by side. Mills and Pottage. Mills starts to work the inside of Pottage, and Trevor Mills knows how to do this only too well. But Pottage still got the grunt. Neil Watson's got a front end problem. He's got a major front end problem. Something's bent there in the Watson car. As he goes around now, he's trying to sort it out. Back to our leaders though. Dowling still doing a great job out in front from Drew. Drew's got Spears. Here comes Mills again. Tries to get underneath Pottage, but the track's still a bit greasy. These guys slipping and sliding, trying to find their way around. Spears is in trouble. Spears has gone wide and he's got a problem too. So now Pottage up into 3rd, Mills in a 4th. We've got McKinnell back in 5th place. Kearney Thompson's in 6th place. Then it's back to Temby. Peter Temby in 7th. And Watson back there in 8th place. Can the car get off the track? He's trying to come down. Will he get away? Jim heads for the infield. He's not going to get down in time. He stays up high. Watson, he's pulled to the infield. He'll come back over the line to get his points. We've got one on the back, the lap's counting down. Will the steward go? He's going to have to go yellow. He's gone yellow. So unfortunate there for the race leaders, but he's had to go yellow. We've got a car stuck up on the fence. It's Kearney Thompson. I think he just realised there is a yellow out. Tractors will get down there, get that car off as quick as possible. The guys will bunch up. Temby, if he's smart, will get himself around on the back. Right, the green flag's at the ready. These drivers will be watching. Smart ones like Millsy. It's a wonder he's not right up there. He should have been. As that green flag drops and we're back under racing. Dowling still doing it easy. He's got that pretty clean car out in front. Justin Drews is only half as dirty. Then we go back to Pottage in the older style Commodore, but it's a goodie. Trevor Mills. Then we've got Jason McKinnell. He'd be pretty happy with the Bayswater Diffs Commodore at the moment. And Kearney Thompson got the big Ford up into 6th spot as he starts to put the pressure on Jason McKinnell. Down the back straight they go again. Dowling. We'll have 2 more to go after. No, we're not. The white flag's out now. The white flag is out. They've got 1 to go now. I got that wrong before, so down the back straight they come for the last time. Peter Dowling's going to do this easy. In the car cleaning, ICL car cleaning car. 2nd from Drew, 3rd to Pottage, 4th to Mills, 5th to McKinnell, 6th goes back to Thompson. They're looking good for a start. They've bunched themselves up. These guys know that they don't break the start. You break the start, you get a 1-lap penalty. They come around very nice. The green will drop and they're racing, and Westy gets it away very nicely. Ronnie Watts will go with him. Parkinson looking for a big run. Parkinson, Swanson's on the inside of Parkinson, but Ashley Parkinson threads the big black Commodore through. He's up, he's having a run at 2nd place. Under brakes, he'll go up. Ronnie Watts will go all the way with him. Watts, but Parkinson gives it a squirt, moves straight through into 2nd place. So Parkinson now sets off after Graham West. Westy, Laidlaw starting to come through. Densley clips the fence. Patterson's in trouble there. Patterson slows right down. Can he get it all together and get it off the track? Patterson has Craig Swanson's in trouble there. Patterson now heads for the infield. He's out of the way, so he'll be right west now. But Ashley Parkinson in the Australia 1, the antenna specialist Commodore, sets sail now after Graham West in the little old LJ Tirana, 72, 73 model against 95, 96 model. As they go down the back straight again, Ronnie Watts doing a good job there in the ace towing 54 car all the way down from Leeton, but he's got the ex-Victorian champion there of Stephen Laidlaw in the Moe Engines Commodore, hot on his tail. Then it's down to Swanson. Cottrell starting to work his way through the pack. Densley's back there. He was doing well in his first heat, but he's back a long way now. We've got the Bass waste car of Bent and then Marty Horson, but it's still Westy, Graham West. That is the widest little Tirana you've ever seen as he keeps it perfectly sat on the track so that he's going to force Ashley Parkinson. If he wants him, he's going to have to go round. He's actually pulled out 2 or 3 car lengths on Parkinson now and starting to move away from him. He's got this little LJ wound right up. I'd say his tyres starting to warm up again a bit, and these racing rubber, as they get warmer, they get stickier and they handle so much better. And Westy is doing the job nicely. Swanson gets a bit crossed up. Cottrell's picked up another one now as he moves through on Swanson. He's up into 5th spot as West still leads Parkinson in the antenna specialist car. Back to Ronnie Watts from Leeton, sitting in 3rd. He'd be pretty happy there, Ronnie Watts. He's Mr. Conservative. He does it every time. Cruises, doesn't do anything silly and tries to keep it all together. He's racing with the cream of modified production drivers in the state, and he's doing a great job out there in 3rd spot at the moment. Laidlaw, 20, maybe 30 years Laidlaw's been racing Stephen and his brother Robert. As I said, ex-Victorian champion more than once, and he's in 4th spot, but he's got the flying Darren Cockrell right on his tail now. And Cockrell, when he gets this car cranked right up, is a hard man to catch. Westy, he's got the pressure on him again as the antenna specialist Commodore of Ashley Parkinson moves right up on his tail now. Parkinson knows the laps are counting down. He's going to make his move. He's going to have to do it soon because they're coming round now to take the white flag. 1 to go. 1 to go, and here comes Parkinson now. Can he do it? He's got the foot into it. He's got the inside line. West going to hang on, or is he? West goes in deep, keeps the Tirana going, and West going to hang on. West, Parkinson's on the inside, has to back it out. He hasn't got the racing line. He's got one more chance as they come down into the last 2 corners. Can he get under him? He throws the Commodore in deep. West, Parkinson, West gets him. West from Parkinson. Ronnie Watts, then it's Laidlaw, back to Cockrell, Densley. So quite a race there. And who said old LJ Tiranas couldn't go? Graham West, as I said, one of the masters of the LJ. Keep your eye on that 8 car inside, but Millsy will be very hard to beat as they come round. The 8 car has jumped. The 8 car has jumped, but I think Temby might have had a problem there. I don't know. Where the green light might have come on. We've gone back to yellow. Stewart was not happy with that start. And we are back under yellow. Have a look at Galley coming through the pack now, and they suddenly realise, hey, we're under yellow, we're under yellow. You got to admit that down the back straight with the sun shining on those lights, they would be fairly hard for the drivers to see. And when they're in the pack as they get there, and the 8 car decided he wasn't going to get left behind, they come round this time looking good for a start. And the green flag has dropped again. The green flag is off, and Millsy does a beautiful job this time. Watson looking for the run around the outside. Watson, Temby hangs in there, and it's Phil Pottage going with a big run, and here comes McKinnell too. McKinnell's in there, Temby's out wide, Pottage is through, Temby, here comes Watson. Watson looking for the run up the inside. Beautiful bit of driving, and have a look at Rick Galley. Galley gets into the side of the McKinnell car a bit. There's a bit of paint swapping, but these guys, this is what racing's all about. Temby's been shuffled back to 6th or 7th at this stage as Dowling comes up, and now Drew tries to stick his nose in. Dowling looking for a run there. They come through. Pottage has really got this thing cranked up as well. But Rick Galley, he's the mover. Rick Galley, I'll get his name right at the moment. Brian Galley is the one. Brian Galley. Rick Galley's a former racer. Brian Galley back in 5th spot. He's certainly got this car crumped. To have a look at Drewy now. Young Justin Drew sticks the nose in as they come round. Pottage cutting the corner a little bit, hits that big bump. Trevor Mills, our leader, 3-time series winner, and he's out in front at the moment, but this is only the first round. We've got Neil Watson in 2nd spot. in the Ballarat 17 car. Then it's Phil Pottage. Then it's Jason McKinnell. McKinnell then back to Brian Galley. Oh, we got one going around up there. And we'll just see the cars are going. The cars are back on track, but we've gone yellow. We have gone yellow. The steward has pulled it up. We're under yellow. They'll just drop back in their positions again. The 62 car, I think he might have got a helping hand. I don't know there, but they'll drop back in their positions. He wants to get it over and done with and get home to his wife, which you can't blame him. But racing is serious. You must take a thing. They come around looking good for a start. The green flag is down and we're back under it again. Mills, Watson, they go through. The back markers now start to make a move. Dowling, but have a look at Drew back in the pack there. Drew's got the inside run and Dowling runs him down though. Down the back straight again. They come round. If they cut the pole too much on that corner, they seem to lose speed there. But as they come round, Trevor Mills, Watson, doing it beautiful. They drift these big VR Commodores around, doing a great job there. Brian Galley back in fifth spot. The car seems quick enough after he spat a harmonic balancer out in his hot laps. Lost the harmonic balancer and missed his first round. So bad luck there. Pottage having a bit of a go there at the 17 car, the Ballarat 17 car of Neil Watson. Watson's running wide. That could be fatal. If Pottage gets half a chance and gets underneath him, you won't stop him. We've got Galley having a go at McKinnell again, but McKinnell shuts the gate down the back straight. They're running hot, these guys, tonight, as Trevor Mills out in front. Three-time series winner. But there's a few other guys there that are going to give him a run for his money. Pottage runs the low line as McKinnell tries to find his way around Pottage. He runs out wide. Galley's got McKinnell now. McKinnell, will he fight back? He's going to hang in there, McKinnell. McKinnell comes back and the car has got the grunt. These are the early model Commodores, but they're certainly extracting some horsepower out of these motors. But it's still Mills out in front from Watson, Pottage, McKinnell. Then it's Galley. Then it's Dowling. Dowling back to Drew. Drew back to Garlick. Garlick to Temby. And bringing up the rear is Kearney Thompson in the Bendigo 45 car. So have a look at this. The length of the back straight in the whole field after 8 laps, I think they've done, or is it 9? But this is brilliant racing. As these, the modified production, put on some of the best racing you'll ever see. Down the back straight, they're under white. They're on their last lap now as they go down. Mills has pulled a break out on Watson. Watson's only got half a car length though on Phil Pottage. McKinnell's 2 car lengths back. Has a check and Pottage. Pottage gets into Watson, gives him a bounce and takes second place. So Pottage underneath Watson. Watson for third, McKinnell fourth, Galley fifth, sixth place to the 11 car of Peter Dow. He got put out in the first heats. The only reason he's not in the A main, he is one of the top 4 or 5 cars. The only reason he's back here is because he missed the heat, did not finish. So it'll be interesting to see. And the green flag is down and we're off and running. And it's Neil Watson, but Jason McKinnell is going to take him all the way. McKinnell's going to give him a bit of a run there, and Watson goes out wide. McKinnell comes in to the lead nice and easy there. Marty Horson up the inside. Watson looking for the run though still. Kearney Thompson's up into 4th at this stage. And then I'm just trying to pick up that car that's coming around the outside now. And as they hit the bump, and it's Swanson in the 40 car. Swanson back in 4th spot there. Kearney Thompson's back into 4th now as Swanson makes a bit of a mess of it and goes wide. We've got Brian Galley. This guy broke his neck last year and have a look at him go now. He's back in 6th spot and really got that Hussey Performance car sideways. In fact, 2 sideways. He's lost a bit of ground. He's down the back, but he's back in the race. These guys, they know the rules. If they lose it of their own accord, they get them going, otherwise they'll lose the lap if the race has to stop. So they keep it going. But Jason McKinnell, he's the expectant father. He's on his way to the hospital. I think he's in a hurry because he's way out in front at this stage and doing a great job there. Jason McKinnell in the Bayswater Diff 76 car as they come through. We've got Watson sitting back in 2nd spot still. Watson starting to close a bit of ground there, but Marty Horson is breathing down his neck now. Marty Horson is just waiting for him to make a mistake in the ex-Spider McCarthy car. That is a very quick car. And Marty Horson from Mildura certainly seems to be able to get it going. As he comes around, we've still got Kearney Thompson hot on his tail. Swanson's back in there. Then we go back, it's Temby. Temby back to Garlick. Garlick back to Bent. And the Patterson car has been on an excursion on the infield, but he's back on the track again. But McKinnell still doing it easy. This is an 8-lap race. as McKinnell leads him around. McKinnell from Watson, from Kearney Thompson's moved up into third spot now. So Kearney Thompson on the march in the big forward there is into third spot. Marty Hawson giving him the hurry up though. I think Marty Hawson might have made a bit of a mistake there and Kearney capitalised, but that's what racing's all about. As they come round, Swanson sitting back in fifth spot and he's just waiting for something to happen there, I think, Swanson. He's got him going. We're running 19.60 the time, so these guys are absolutely flying. 19.60 and down the back straight, McKinnell's really pulled out a break. Now, he's had a lot of trouble with this car over the last couple of years getting it all together, but I think he's actually done it now because he is flying. Jason McKinnell in the Bayswater Diffs 76 car leads them around and he's starting to pull out. He's got half a length in the back straight nearly on Neil Watson. Kearney Thompson still keeping Marty Hawson honest there, and Swanson sitting back to pick up the pieces. That's our top five at this stage. Garlick's into the sixth spot. Then we've got Benton seventh and Temby in eighth. So they're the top 8 qualifiers at this stage. Down the back straight again, and McKinnell doing it easy. Here's Hawson's having a bit of a go now. Hawson has a bit of a dib as he comes around. Our leader comes around to take the white flag. 1 to go now for Jason McKinnell, and he's doing it easy, McKinnell. He'd be pretty happy with that as the car goes round. McKinnell back to Watson, back to Thompson to Hawson to Swanson, back to Garlick, Bent, Temby. They're our top 8 cars as Jason McKinnell, he's still got it cranked up, pulls out an even bigger lead now as he comes through to take the checkered flag, so he'd be pretty Oh, Watson's lost it. Watson into the wall. Has gone there. Kearney Thompson second, Hawson's third, fourth. We've got the Bass one playing. Fifth place goes to Garlick, sixth to Bass, seventh to Temby, and eighth will be the 11 car, I think, of Brian Galley. But I don't know what happened, whether something broke there in the car, but he just did not take that corner. He come into the corner and the car didn't. Green flags at the ready. Mills and Parkinson, they get away nicely. Mills, beautiful. Mills, he just takes him for a ride there and slips through. Densley's back in third place, and then Pottage in fourth place as they go down the back straight. Densley's the dangerous looking one as he makes a move up the inside of Parkinson. Brendan Densley in the 27 car, but Parkinson seems to have the legs as they come out. These V6 Commodores certainly go. Trevor Mills, though, out in front's going to be pretty hard to catch from there. Millsy, but Parkinson on a mission after him. Then it's Densley, back to Pottage. Then it's Peter Dowling. Then it's back to Darren Cockrell. And behind him is Justin Drew. They come around to put another lap on the board. We've got the Moe 30 car, then Stephen Laidlaw, Graham West, and Ronnie Watts brings up the rear in the 10. These guys are only fighting for their starting position at this stage in the final. This is their third heat, basically, but it is a dash, an 8-lap dash, and they're certainly dashing around as Trevor Mills goes through. Parkinson hot on his tail there in the antenna specialist Black Commodore. They're starting to pull away from Densley now. Densley's still got Pottage, Phil Pottage crawling all over the back of him, and behind him Dowling. Then it's Cockrell. There's not much in these guys. As I said, this is the cream of modified production drivers in the state. They've turned in an 18.73, an 18.73. They are absolutely flying, an 18.73. As they go down the back straight again, nothing's changed at this stage. As I said, this is the cream of the state's drivers, and they're doing it so well. Back in fifth spot at this stage is Dowling, still hanging in there, but he's got Cockrell right on his tail. Darren Cockrell and young Justin Drew. As I said, the young bloke in this field, he's only a youngster by the vintage of a few of the other blokes. And they go through, but Trevor Mills still out in front, doing it easy. The antenna specialist Commodore right on his tail. There's a mechanical defect gone out on someone. I didn't see which car got the mechanical defect, but someone's picked it up. As they come around, one of the cars has got a mechanical defect on them. These guys are racing that close. It's on where his window net has come open. He has got a mechanical defect. His window net. Ronnie Watts. Ronnie Watts has got the defect. I don't know whether he can see it or not. The steward's given him the flag. He's given it to him 3 times. Ronnie Watts will not be a happy driver, but He's been given the white flags out for Mills. Mills goes through. At 27, the black flag will come out for Ronnie Watts. He's been given the mechanical defect flag. He still hasn't seen the black flag. So Ronnie Watts, maybe that window net's obscuring his vision as he comes around again. Checkered flag day for Trevor Mills. Trevor Mills wins from Ashley Parkinson. Brendan Densley, then it's Pottage. Pottage back to Dowling. Dowling then to Cockrell. Back to Justin Drew. Car, but Jason McKinnell looking good as the green drops, and Mills is away. Mills is away beautifully as they go with him. Cars right on the fence line there, really having a go. They sort themselves out into the first corner. They've got through nicely. Coming through the pack, the 30 car of Laidlaw, but it's Mills. Mills from Densley. Mills, Densley, then back to Parkinson. Parkinson back to Dowling as they come through. Dowling, then it's the 11 car of Darren Cockrell moved up. Cockrell then back to Drew. Drew and Laidlaw's coming through the pack. Laidlaw, he's moved up into 6th, 7th position. West's in 8th now as McKinnell's in 9th. They come around. Mills still leads from Densley, from Parkinson, from Dowling, Cockrell, Drew. Then it's Laidlaw, West, McKinnell. McKinnell then Ronnie Watts. Ronnie Watts is up there. And then it's the Marty Hawson car. Hawson back to the 62 car of Garlick. And the rest of the field string themselves out. But Mills has got the pressure on him now. The Holden versus Ford battle is alive because our first 4 cars, we've got a Holden leading, but he's got a Ford breathing down his neck. Then we go back to Parkinson in the Australia 1 car, but he's got another Ford. Dowling breathing down his neck as well as they come around. Then we go back to Darren Cockrell in 5th spot. Cockrell hanging on there in 5th. Then Drew in the Commodore back in 6th spot again. But it's still Mills. Mills is starting to turn the wick up a bit here now. The Hussey, Brian Galley, Hussey Performance car has headed for the infield. So obviously got a problem. So bad luck there for Galley. So he's headed on the infield. But it's Mills goes through to our leader nicely from Densley. Parkinson back to Dowling, then Cockrell, Drew, Laidlaw, West, McKinnell back to Watts, Watts back to Marty Hawson to Garlick back to Swanson right back to one of our front markers. Obviously had a big problem there in Pottage because he's a long way down towards the back. Pottage now as he comes around starting to make a move again, the Pottage car. But our leader still doing it nicely out in front is Trevor Mills, the 10 car in the Flying Commodore. He's got this car set up beautifully. He knows how to drive it too. And they'll keep hanging in there trying to catch him. But Millsy, something always could go wrong, and it sometimes does happen to Trevor Mills, but at the moment he's doing it easy in the Bendigo 10 car from Densley. Densley starting to lose touch with Mills, but he's also starting to pull away from Ashley Parkinson in the Australia 1 car. Parkinson back at 3. There's smoke coming from Peter Dowling's car, so that'd make Darren Cockrell in the 11 car quite happy to see a little bit of smoke there. He might think something's going to go wrong as a bit of a flame out the car comes around. Sitting back there is Justin Drew doing a good job too in the 7 car, Drew, but he's got Laidlaw still sitting hot on his tail. Laidlaw's in 7th spot. There's a move now as Parkinson's got the pressure on him. Dowling up the inside. Dowling gives it a squirt and sneaks through on Parkinson. So Peter Dowling now. Parkinson comes back. There's a panel rubbing there. Parkinson got a flash from Dowling. Dowling, he gives it back to him and comes straight back through on him. So Parkinson and Dowling, they're fighting it out for 3rd and 4th place at this stage. As we've got another one hits the infield there. I'm just trying to pick up, I think it's the Temby car. But here comes Dowling again. He has a look up the inside of Parkinson. Parkinson shuts the gate again, but Dowling's still in there giving it a go. He's got Cockrell hot on his tail. Have a look at this for a race. 1st and 2nd, but then the next 5 cars, there's nothing between them. As Drew now comes in on Cockrell's tail, tries to keep the pressure up. Dowling now has a go at Parkinson again. He's got the inside line. Parkinson, Dowling's got got him. Parkinson will come back at him. Dowling goes out wide. Parkinson up the inside again, but Dowling's got him this time, I think. Dowling up into third spot. Parkinson's in fourth in the Australia one as our leader goes through. Densley in second, still doing it pretty easily, Densley. Then it's Dowling in third. Smoke coming out of that car. He could incur himself a flag if he's not careful, if it smokes too much, because the stewards do not tolerate much smoke. I'd say Parkinson's got a bit of a problem there, because now Cockerell has made a bit of a move up the inside. Ashley saying they'd found a few problems and sorted them out. Maybe they went the wrong way. Drew now. Drew's got Laidlaw hot on his tail, starting to keep the pressure up. West's got a problem. West's out in the high line, running wide, and West is in trouble there. Bad luck for the little LJ Tirana as our leader, Trevor Mills, goes over the line again. Densley in second still. Dowling, then it's Parkinson, then it's Cockerell, Drew, Laidlaw and McKinnell hanging in there well in the little Tirana. So these guys are certainly giving it a real hot shot now as our leader comes over the line again. He hasn't caught the back markers yet. The back marker, Kearney Thompson, out the back there. As Westie's still got a problem. Here comes Cockerell now. He's into the side. Now he backs off, does the right thing. These guys are pros. They know what they're doing, and they know when to squeeze and when to back out, and Cockerell does the right thing. Parkinson comes around again. He's got the pressure right on him. He's in fourth place, and this is where the pressure is, back in fourth, chasing the Australia one car. Fourth, fifth is Cockerell, sixth is Drew, and seventh now is McKinnell and Laidlaw have a bit of a coming together. McKinnell and Laidlaw, into the wall goes Laidlaw, over goes Laidlaw. The two cars locked together, McKinnell and Laidlaw, and we've got a red flag, red. The Laidlaw car's gone over. Go red, Steve. We have a red light situation. The Laidlaw car got locked with the McKinnell car as they come out of that corner. The two cars locked together and both went to the wall. So just wait for the steward. Or my cameraman tells me he has got that action on film. But flag at the ready. As you say, Trevor Mills had a good break there. A very good break. Now he's got Densley right on his back bumper again. But Mills, he just might have the grunt to get away from him. They start to wind themselves up. Looking good for the start. That green will drop now and we're running. And Mills, he gets away very smartly. Densley runs out wide. Have a look at Parkinson. Ashley Parkinson. Three wide they go. And Parkinson, Densley's lost out big time out of that start. The two forwards have been shuffled back into 5, 6, 7 positions. Our new forward up the front has got to be the leader is gone. Trevor Mills has pulled out. So Trevor Mills is out of it. Australia one, Ashley Parkinson, our leader. But he's got Darren Cockerell on his tail, and young Justin Drew is starting to make a move. Densley's out. Densley's done a tyre as well. So Densley pulls out. The bad luck there. These guys will pull to the infield and come over the line to get their points if they're smart. But we've got Cockerell now. Drew, have a look at Marty Horson now in the ex-Spider McCarthy Commodore from Mildura. And here comes Cockerell. Cockerell looking for a run up the inside. As I said to you before, this is the cream of modified production drivers in this country running around here now with the Australian champion leading. But he's got Darren Cockerell right on his tail trying to work his way under it. The young bloke, young Justin Drew, in there in third spot. Marty Horson back in fourth. Cockerell's having another go. These guys are certainly dishing it up to each other here as they try and fight their way for the lead. But it's the Australian champion still just holding them off. He's really got the pressure there, though, because they're coming around to lap a back marker in Graham West. But have a look at this field. 7 cars, and there's hardly a thing between them. They go down have a look, Marty Horson now. These back markers are going to cause some grief here if they're not careful, as Ashley Parkinson almost loses his lead. They come locked together. There's a touch and a push. They sort themselves out. Drew pushes his way. Parkinson's gone. Drew's nailed him. Drew's nailed him. Yeah, the steward's gone yellow. Very good decision there by the steward. I'm around. So this will be a sprint. The green flag is down and they're off and running. So it's Parkinson's got a good jump. Horson goes out wide, loses a bit of ground. Garlic sticks the nose in. Horson shuts the gate again. But this is fourth place we're fighting over here because our leader still is the Australia one. Cockerell's in second. Drew's in third still. Horson back in fourth. They'll go round. Cockerell can't just quite pick up Parkinson. Parkinson, he's going to hold, is he? Down the back straight for the last time. This is the run for the lead for the final in this, the Antenna Specialist Series, and the Antenna Specialist car will take the win from Cockerell, from Drew. A great drive by Drew in third place. Marty Horson, best I've seen Marty Horson drive in a long time in the 72 car. And then we go to Swanson, I think it was, then Kearney, Thompson, Garlick. And over the line to get his points now, Brian Galley crosses the line to get his points. And how many of the other drivers didn't break their belts? Because those that got out of their car don't get anything. But I think the Peter Temby car will come over the line to pick up his points. Yes, the 15 car comes over the line as well to get his points. Right, but Ashley Parkinson takes the checkered flag on his victory lap. Where's our trophies? Justin Drew in the Avalon 7 car. Brilliant drive there. As I said, he's the youngster in this field of all the other cars. Justin's the young bloke, and a top drive there, mate. You really did well.
I'd just like to thank the Wangaratta Speedway for putting on the show, the Modified Production Association, the other place getters, Darren and Ashley. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Parbury's, Archibald Builders, Iron J Speedway Equipment, my dad, my mum, and Jason and Phil and all the boys in the pits who helped me out. So, yeah, thanks.
All right, good on you, Justin, and a top drive too. Second place goes to Darren Cockerell. A top drive there. He was way back in the field earlier on, but come through. Brilliant drive there, Darren.
Thanks very much. I'd like to thank the Wangaratta Speedway Club for putting the event on. I'd like to thank the Antenna Specialists for sponsoring the series. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. Thanks very much. My crewman, Graham, and the other competitors, Ashley and young Drewy, done really well. And I'd like to thank my new sponsor on board, Lumirax. Thanks very much.
Good on you, Darren. And our winner, he is here somewhere, isn't he? Ashley Parkinson in the Antenna Specialist car. Where are you, Ash? Congratulations, Ashley. You're a bit lucky there, but it all come together in the end.
Yeah, I think I'll have to buy a Tats Lotto ticket somehow. I definitely wasn't the fastest car in the night, but sometimes you just got to be there in the end to win them, and that's credit to the team. They've worked hard on the car. Yeah, credit to the team. They've worked hard on the car, and we had a fair few dramas before the final, and they just kept working and working at it, and yeah, it was good. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Skybeam Antenna Specialist, for sponsoring us and the series, which I think is pretty good to them to get behind all of it. Victory Lane Race Gear, Bomb Disposals, Ridgeline Glass, and all the crew that comes and helps and puts in all the effort over the off season. They've really worked hard, and this sort of goes to them, so thank you.
All right, good on you, Ashley, and good on all the spectators for putting on in the car so far. But 2 weeks ago, mate, you won the Victorian title. So has that really put you hot for this series?
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. You got to be consistent in the series, and anything can happen. So I just hope my luck carries on with me after the other weekend of the title, and it should, come good.
With the title, it was pretty hard and fast and furious, and you hung on there to win. But the car, has it stood up to it all?
Yeah, we haven't had to do much to the car at all, actually. We just replaced a few panels, and away we go again. The car's pretty good.
Oh, well, that's great. Trevor, anyway, we'll make it short and sweet. We'll hopefully you'll have a lot of luck tonight here. There's a lot of other guys. We don't know the series points because they're secret, but we know there's a few guys up near the top, and you're one of them.
Oh, well, I hope to be, yeah.
Righto, Trevor, best of luck tonight. Nice and slow. These guys like to go fairly quick. They bring him around now, looking good for the start. And the green is down as they hit the strike, and it's Wilson gets away very smartly. Mills is on the low line now, drifts across, bit of contact there with Mills and Wilson. Nothing deliberate in that, so they'll let him keep on racing down the back straight. Millsy does the right thing and buttons it off. Wilson goes in deep. Mills looking for the low line run, gets it down nice and low, comes around. Mills has got the drive as he comes out of the corner, and Mills retakes the lead. So Mills from Wilson, McHale's hanging in there. Craig Swanson moves up into 4th spot as he slips underneath the Michael Parry car. Now Kearney Thompson has a look at the back of Parry in the older style Falcon, but it's still Mills doing it nicely as he comes around, lifting that left front wheel. Oh, McHale's up into the wall there, has a bit of a look, comes off it. Don't think he's done too much damage, but he's lost 2-3 spots as he comes around. Kearney Thompson moving up into 5th spot. Down the back straight though, Wilson has a good look at Mills. Wilson locking the front wheel as he goes in there, getting pretty light, but he's down low this time. It seems to be the line to run if you can get it, but Millsy shuts the gate as they come up the straight again. Parry getting down low, looking for a run under Swanson. Swanson with a run around the outside.
Yeah, just noticing too that on that previous lap there, Murray, that Sean Patterson lost it down out of turn number 2.
Yes, it's a pretty hard spot to look from up here where we are. Everyone would think we'd have the best view in the house, but we've got a few obstacles in our way. Patterson, though, gets a little bit loose as he goes down the back straight again. McAuliffe's on the infield there. Bad luck there for McAuliffe. But it's Mills doing it fairly easy now. For all Mills, he's gone very deep into the corner, very high, and loses a bit of ground there to Wilson. Wilson closes the gap up to within 2 car lengths again. Very shrewd driver, Anthony Wilson. Very shrewd, and he'll sit back, won't take too many risks. Millsy, also a very shrewd driver. As they come up behind the Patterson car, the 10 car, the passing flag's out for Patterson just to let him know that they're coming, and they are coming quick. 3rd place is still the 4 car now of Michael Parry, and here comes Kearney Thompson with a run underneath Craig Swanson. Kearney Thompson up into 5th spot at this stage as Swanson drops back to 6th. Patterson goes out deep and wide again and lets them through. Wilson with a run up the inside now of Patterson. The white flag's out, 1 to go. I think Wilson will just settle back now for his 2nd spot. He's not going to haul Millsy in half a lap, I don't think, and Millsy doesn't make too many mistakes as he goes in again for the last time. They come around down the back straight. Michael Parry, here's Kearney Thompson with a big lunge. Thompson down low, Parry's up high. Will he get him? They have a drag to the line. Parry and Thompson, and Parry's going to hang on in the 4 car, the Avalon 4 car. Kearney Thompson with 5th, Swanson was 6th, so our winner, Trevor Mills in the Bendigo 10 car, the Victoria 1 car from Anthony Wilson in the Ballarat 5 car, and Michael Parry in the Avalon. It'll be one to watch, and of course Graham West, you never discount Westy. The green is down and Westy gets away beautifully. Westy, he's got the run too, Graham West. As I said, you never discount this little Tirana. This man does his homework every time. He knows exactly the right gearing and he knows how to drive it. The car he's had for 15 years now as they come round, but Parkinson looking for a run up the inside. Parkinson with a big squirt now, the V6 against the old inline 6 Commodore Tirana motor. And the V6, he's still looking for run. Parkinson, now he gets it down and he's got the line this time. Parkinson's in there. Here comes Dowling with a big run. Parkinson's car blowing a bit of smoke. They'll have to keep their eye on that as Parkinson goes up. They'll be worrying the pit crew. This car has had problems with smoke before, so the pit crew will be looking at that. Dowling gets a little bit untidy there, West, and then Steve Garlick, bit crossed up. Dowling gets out, run by Westy. Westy takes him in deep. Dowling tries to shut the gate on him. Westy's got the low line, has to back off and let him go. They come around to put another lap on the board. Chris Matthews sits back there in 5th spot in the Ballarat 6 car from Dart in the Geelong 6 car, and Peter Temby brings up the rear, but it's the Australia 1 car, Ashley Parkinson, doing it fairly easy at the moment. Parkinson now, he's pulled out a bit of a break on Peter Dowling, but Dowling a very hard charger. Have a look at the way this Falcon of Dowling sits on the track. It's one of the most well presented and handling cars. He seems to be able to put that car anywhere he likes, and it does exactly what he asks of it. So a beautifully prepared car, Peter Dowling's, and he's got his work cut out though, because Parkinson's still hanging in there out in the lead. The smoke getting a little bit thicker. The crew will be really starting to worry about that, because the stewards, he's got a fair break on the other cars now, so it wouldn't be a real drama. But in a final with the field on his tail, they'd really look at that. West now has got the pressure on him from Stephen Garlick in the 62 car, starting to turn the wick up now as he comes up and tries for a run underneath Westy. Westy runs high. He normally runs his car out on the cushion a bit, gets out a little bit off pole and runs it a little bit wide, and unfortunately he invites some of the bigger cars to dive underneath him, even though they can't do it without hitting him. And it's one of the bones of contention that Graham has, that they should be able to get through without hitting him, but seems to happen. Down the back straight, again Parkinson in the Australia 1 car, doing it fairly easy now, as Dowling, I think, conceded that, although we've still got a few laps to go yet, maybe Dowling hasn't given up. They come around. The Dart car is going to get a lap put on him. The white flag will come out next time around. The battle here at the moment, Graham West hanging on to third. He's got Garlick trying to work him over. Garlick's got the nose under him. Down the back straight, West will run him deep though. Garlick, he's got a sniff of this third spot now, and he'll be having a go. West stays out wide, but keeps that little trying to crank right up. He's pulled a car length on him. I think West's pretty safe now. He'll hang on. He's still running that cushion. Now here's Garlick with a squirt underneath him as Parkinson comes through to take the checkered flag. Parkinson and Garlick's got through. Garlick now, Matthews with a big run, tries to come under West. So Garlick hangs on to third place now. They come through and Chris Matthews has shuffled Westy out. So Garlick into third. We've got Ashley Parkinson with the win in the Australia 1 car from Peter Dowling in the 11 car, the Hamilton 11 car. Third place to the Dandenong 62 car, Stephen Garlick with Chris Matthews in the Ballarat. You're guessing sometimes when you say, oh, he should win this. Looking good for a start as they come up to the strike. And we're racing, and Galley gets away very smartly. A nice start there by Brian Galley. Catley looking for a run around the outside. Drew gets crossed up. Drew gets a bit of a shunt there as they come around. Catley gets in all kinds of trouble, sorts himself out, and we'll see if he's in trouble over there. Catley's going to stop. The yellow flag will come out. The yellow has come out. I would say there's front end damage to the Catley car. I don't know, Gary, looking from this angle, that front wheel doesn't... They set him up on some strange angles too, but... looks like he might have some front end damage. Yeah. They were told at their driver's talk they want the starts nice and slow, not at race pace. Now they start to wind them up. They hit the strike. The green is down and Galley does it again. Gets away very nice. Gumboot, as I said, keep your eye on this guy. He's a bit of a hard charger. He goes in deep in the 64 car. Drew now settles down the back straight. Have a look at Cottrell trying to find his way. He just can't find that hole yet, but this car does handle and go well. They come around. Galley, Cottrell trying to work his way through. Drew gets shuffled down. Cottrell round the outside. He's trying to find that way. He's got the brake locked up, looking for the... Now he's found it. Darren Cockrell. Down the back straight he goes. In a third spot. And he's got that car really cranked up. Drew right on his tail there, just watching that he doesn't touch him. As we've got one going around. Our lady driver, Fiona, has looped it up the top. She gets back into it. Gumboot, looks like the right rear bag has popped on the Galley car. Down the back straight, he's done a tyre, and he's not going to be competitive. I think he'll head for the infield. He's still trying to work out what went wrong, I think, young Robert Galley. But have a look, Galley leads, but Darren Cottrell's got the wick turned right up there now as he floats that car around. This car handling absolutely beautiful. And Garlick, I think he's worked out by now that he's done a tyre. He's cruising around on the pole line, gets the car out of racing way and heads for the infield. The drivers were told 2 laps have got to be down before they consider the infield and then come over to get their points. Cottrell really got the pressure on him now as he comes around behind Galley looking for the run, but Galley's still quick enough. Cottrell looking for the run up the inside in the big V6 Commodore. The old inline 6 of Galley. That's the Hussey performance. Now Cottrell with a run up the inside, looking for the hole. Goes in very deep. The brake's locked up all the way. We've got a yellow. Oh, we've got Fiona just spun down the bottom. These guys went in very deep and very fast, and that was close.
Yeah, Fiona Verhoeven would no doubt, Murray, have been looking over her left shoulder at those cars coming around turn number 3 and into turn number 4 at her at a very battle. Green flag in the air once again, coming around for the restart.
Cockrell will be looking for the jump this time. They cannot pass till they go past the witches' hats. The green's down. Now they're racing. Cockrell. That front left-hand wheel just floats. He gets it up. He's got a good run this time. He's down the inside. A beautiful line. Now he'll keep him out high. Let him run up there in the loose stuff a bit. and just try and make him wash off a bit of speed. This has allowed Drewy to sneak through too. Drewy's up the inside there, but he hasn't got the legs. I see the for sale sign on the front of the Brian Galley car too. A little green for sale. Maybe he's going to get some real horsepower and go out with the V6s.
Well, our race leader, Darren Cockrell, coming around through turn number 4 by the pit gates. Up onto the front straight now. They climb out of turn 4. Back in second position, Brian Galley, followed by Justin Drew, and rounding out the field of this 4-car event now, it's winnable number 7, Fiona Verhoeven.
Well, Fiona's still not doing a bad job, considering she's had a couple of spins, but she doesn't steer that car all that well, considering these guys are pretty cracking pace there, and she's still hanging on as long as she can keep it in a straight line. Darren Cockrell out in front, and you can see that car is getting a fair bit of wheel spin as he comes into the corner, so he's not backing off at all. Putting it into the corner there, locking up that left-hand front as he comes down, just a dab on the brakes to try and pull it down onto the pole line. They certainly get their brakes adjusted up so that they work that way. But they're doing a great job there. Young Drewy's got his work cut out to pull in. Oh, Galley's made a bit of a blue, lost a bit of ground there, and we're on the white flag now. So half a lap to go. And Drewy, I don't think he can do it. He throws it in deep. There's one last charge at it, but the win will go to the 11 car of Darren Cockrell, red line 11 from the Rosedale 11 Hussey Performance of Brian Galley, and then the 7 car, the Avalon 7, and over the line comes Robert Garlick to pick up his to catch him. They come round looking good for a start. Hit the line and they're off and away, and it's Matthews, gets away nicely. He's got Parkinson right on his tail, giving him the hurry up all the way. Parkinson looking for the inside run on Matthews. Have a look at this car go. Parkinson sets it straight, points it for home. They come down the back straight. Look at Millsy, big run in there with Millsy, washes out. There's a tag there on the Geelong 6 car. They sort themselves out. And Millsy's moved up 2 spots at this stage. Kearney Thompson's back into third as Parkinson leads. Parkinson from Chris Matthews, Kearney Thompson, then Trevor Mills with a big run. Millsy putting that car in. Patterson now seems to have got this car sorted out a bit. Although, Patterson, as soon as I said it, he's washed right out. And what's that? Did that lose a wheel up the front? I think it did. Front right-hand wheel. The steer tyre has come off that car. And he put it in big time, turned it, and put too much load on that front tyre, popped the wheel off. Right, we'll just wait while they run. Only lost the wheel, but he might knock 100 or 2 off. Right, looking good for a start as they come through, and the green is down again. Parkinson gets away very nicely in the antenna specialist Commodore. Settles in nice. Kearney Thompson in the big forward there, looking for a run, but he's got Millsy hot on his tail. Millsy just sitting back now. He'll come in under brakes. Millsy's a very shrewd operator there. He knows how deep to put that car in. Keeps it down low. The other cars drift out. Millsy's down nice and low. Picks up Kearney Thompson without a worry in the world. Now he's got Chris Matthews to work over. He's on the tail already now. Keep an eye on him under brakes. He'll go down the back straight now. He'll dive down low at the last minute. There he goes now. Sets that car up for a low line, and Matthews tries to shut the gate, but Millsy, he's got the inside line. Will he run him all the way? Matthews, yeah, Millsy does. He lets him know he's not backing off. He can't get into trouble while he's down low there. So Mills now up into second, but he's still got to catch Parkinson. And Ashley will know where Millsy is. He'll have glanced over his shoulder. Millsy putting the car in a bit harder now, but he's got the second position. He's got a bit of fresh air in front of him. He can use a bit more of the track. Kearney Thompson now gets underneath Matthews. Matthews is not going to give him that easy. They run side down the back straight, but the Ford has got the legs on the earlier model Commodore. Kearney runs in deep though, goes high, brings it back down. Matthews cannot answer him. The Commodore of Ashley Parkinson out in front, doing it pretty easy at this stage. I don't think Millsy will run him down. He's got too much of a break now. Millsy from the back, Parkinson from the front. It's a fairly big equation and a bit hard. Have a look at Kearney Thompson. He's extracted the digit now. He's in for a real go as he tries to pull in Millsy, but Millsy's car, the Commodore, just seems to have that better handling. Thompson throwing the car around, seems to wash a bit of speed off here and there as he puts it in too deep into the corners. They've strung themselves out, but Kearney, that big squirt as he goes down the back straight, he's really trying to make up some ground there and just can't quite do it. They come round Parkinson. The car seems to slow. Parkinson's got a problem. Matthews, Parkinson's gone for the infield. Mills has got it. Kearney Thompson's up into his second spot now. Parkinson, the white flag's going to come out. Matthews looks like he's done a radiator hose. The car full of steam. There's Parkinson. Whatever's going wrong with the Parkinson car is not good either. Back in third place, we've got Ken Dart. in the Surface Engineer and AU Commodore. So Ken Dart will be pretty happy with a third place at this stage. As Trevor Mills, that's an easy win for Trevor Mills, a very easy win. Kearney Thompson will be grinning all the way to the bank too, with a second spot in the 45 car, and Ken Dart will come round to pick up third place. So a pretty easy run there for Mills. He actually, in the end, it was sort of half-handed to him, and takes the win fairly comfortably. Speedway for the running of the Antenna Specialist Series for Modified Production. Peter Dowling with me at the moment. Peter, you're doing well in the series, but Vic 2, 2 weeks ago at Bendigo, you knocked off the Vic 2 and you almost got the one there. Was a good race, Peter?
Yeah, we tried hard Murray, but the way the race turned out, we didn't quite get there, but we had a red hot go, and yeah, things were going along okay there for a while, but not quite to be.
Yeah, well, the series is another matter. Look, there's $20,000 all up in the series, and still a fair bit of racing to go. You won up at Swan Hill, but the pressure's been on since then. The car, after the title, the car stood up to it very well.
Yeah, Murray, yeah, the car come through quite good. We had a couple of little things wrong with it, but nothing serious. We had it going for last weekend at Hamilton, and we're lucky enough to pick up the silver stripe down there, which was good. And yeah, so we'll press on in the series and see what happens. But it's very competitive and very hard, and anybody can win out of any night.
Yeah, well, Trevor Mills, he's Vic 1, but he's had a bit of pressure on him, especially you in the title, really served it up to him on the last lap. So, Millsy, but there's a few other dark horses in there as well. Who else do you think besides Millsy is going to give you a hard time?
Oh, actually, Parkinson is always quick, and Anthony Wilson ran third in the title. He went quite well. And yeah, like they're all starting to come on now and getting their cars sorted out. So, yeah, it could be very interesting in the next few races.
No worries then, Peter. Well, all the best for tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up on the podium.
Thanks very much, Murray.
Car from the back, Anthony Wilson coming around for a start. Green flag in the air. Swanson off pole, Garlic on his outside.
Looking good as they hit the strike and the greens in, and Galley gets a blinder of a start. Galley gets away beautifully. As I said, that car is very quick. Bogcog down there in Croydon built the motor, and it is an extremely quick little car as they go down. But look at Dowling. Drops it in. These guys, they love the clay. You can see the blokes who run the clay all the time, and they're specialists. Garlic from a granite sand track. Dowling's a clay track specialist. Oh, there's a bit of pushing and shoving. The Avalon 4 car gives Swanson a big serve there. They sort themselves out, and the only one that lost ground was the Avalon 4 car. Wilson starting to make a move up now. Swanson shuts the gate, but Wilson's down low. He should get the drive as they come out of the corner. Wilson up the inside, gets it, and moves through. Black and white, the stewards picked up the Avalon 4 car with a black and white, and very well called because he was the guy right in the middle. Westy now starting to come on in the little Tirana there. His tyres will be warming up, and Westy's one of those guys that plans a race strategy, sits back and works out what tyres to run and how hard to run them. I was saying about Peter Dowling running down Stephen Garlick. Have a look at Garlick go. He's starting to pull away from Dowling, and this car, a very quick little car, as I said. The boys from Bogcog put it together very well, and it does go. And Stephen Garlick driving extremely well. His brother drove last season. They take it season about, the two brothers, and this year it's his brother Craig's turn to crew, and Stephen's got the wheel and doing a great job out in front. Peter Dowling and Sedan Wilson. Wilson still got Westy, Graham West on his tail, and Westy's actually starting to throw a challenge out. Westy up the inside. Graham West has given a shuffle to Wilson there, and Anthony would have said, where did he come from? Down the back straight, Wilson tries to run West, but Graham West, a very shrewd little driver, brings that car down again, shuts the gate on him as they come through. Garlick still leading from Dowling. Dowling's not making any inroads, but West is. West now on the tail of Dowling, starting to put the pressure on him. He's right there on the bumper. Dowling will go wide. Have a look at West. Up the inside goes Graham West. He's got him. He's really outfoxed him, and Dowling didn't know where to go. Then he went to dive his usual line, and Westy had taken the hole. So Graham West, he's the man on a mission now. He's going to run down the Falcon if they don't run out of laps. The Avalon 4 car, Michael Parry into the infield there. So his race has been run. Stephen Garlick, he'll still hang on as the laps count down. Garlick, but Graham West, he's on a mission. Graham West now up on the tail of Garlick. He'll run him down the back straight. Westy, he's got a perfect line out of there. He'll run out wide. No, he won't. Will he dive low? He comes in now, he's gone deep. West looks for the hole. Garlic shuts the gate, comes down and closes it very quickly. The white flag's out. Westy's got the line. Westy up the inside. Garlic shuts the gate on Westy. Westy gets tangled up and has to back off. Garlic come down on West there, and I don't know whether anything will come out of that, but Westy had the hole, he was in there, he had the line. And Dowling now with a last minute challenge too, but Garlic goes through to take the win. And West in second spot. Black and white went out in Garlic, so we won't say those positions are official at this stage. Peter Dowling in third. Galley, how did you read that one?
Well, I think that was a great race. I just kept my eyes on Graham West in that little...
Looking good as they come up to the strike. They do not race until they hit that white line. Galley looking for a quick start there. As Garlic, Catley gets away. Garlic tries to go with him. Cotterill under brakes, taking it easy, gives Garlic a bit of a hurry up there as they go down the back straight now. Cockerell gets it out, comes in nice. Galley's going to go with him though, and Garlic's in a little bit of trouble there as he catches up to Catley quicker than he thought he would. Catley, Cockerell round the outside. Keeps it going. Have a look at the drive this Commodore gets. Lifts the left-hand front as he goes down. He's getting maximum drive to the ground there in that car. It certainly does. Oh, Garlic's gone wide. Made the blue. Cotterill, thank you very much as he slips through. The hocking engine of Cotterill certainly does the job well. They played around over the last two seasons. The season before last had a fair bit of computer problems, got it sorted out. Last season was pretty good for Darren, and now the car seems to be coming on real well. Galley. Oh, there's one, that's Drewy going around. He'll done it on his own. He'll grab a gear. They've been told, do not stop the race if you can help it. He's got to try and get this car going. He's got it moving. The yellows are on. The yellows are on. And Drewy trying to fire this car up. They get a bit temperamental sometimes. But these drivers all know, spin of your own accord. They've got to make an attempt to get it going or they'll cop a one-lap penalty. It stops a lot of mucking around with guys. The Cortinas, when Maxie Carlin sorted that one of his out quite a few years ago now, they really made people sit back and look as they hit the strike. The green hasn't gone down. Now it has. Very slow start. They hit the white line. I thought they'd get a start, but very slow. Galley loses a lot of ground there. Coming out of that corner. Garlic's given someone a big nudge by the look of his bonnet because it's in the air. Bit of a bulge. Here comes Cockerell now. Up the inside, does it nicely. Just rubs him through very gently. Takes Catley out that little bit. He had the line. He was in there, so there was nothing wrong in what he did. So Cockerell now keeps that wheel floating as he comes out of the corner. That left-hand front, he can just balance it. Goes in this car, set up beautiful for the clay. And you'll see it just popping that left front up and down as he works the throttle. Young Drewy, the bonnet in his car's got a bit of a look about the Garlic bonnet too. I'd say there's been a nudge, wink, wink, say no more there. Oh, Garlic goes in deep again. I think I know how he bent his bonnet now after watching that little move. Ryan Galley, he still hasn't lost touch. He's hanging on to the back of Catley there, trying to run him down as they go down the back straight again. Catley, though, keeping it pretty smooth. He's not making too many mistakes and he's driving a nice line. If Galley's going to get him, he's going to go low, and that's exactly what he does as he slips down. Oh, then he comes up. That wasn't a big move by Galley at all. He knew where Catley was and he moved straight out on him. So see the steward going for the flag there. Catley had nowhere to go. He wouldn't have wanted to go through the concrete. And as they come around, the flag went on Catley. Well, there you go. I can't see that one myself because Catley had nowhere to go there.
Galley definitely come up.
Galley, that'll be an interesting one. I know what I'd be saying if I was Catley. So Galley in a second spot. Catley's back in third. Catley will be out for a bit of blood here, but he's got a black and white on him, so you can't afford to do that. As the white flag comes out for Cotterill, now it's the checkered flag. Get it right, Maury. As they come over the line, checkered flag to Darren Cockerell. Done it easy. Brian Galley in second. Cruises over the line, and Catley, I don't know what happened to Galley there, slowed right down on the line. Almost lost that second spot to Catley. He dropped right off on the power there. But that'll be interesting because Catley. Okay. Drew Drew gets away very nicely, but Dart right on his tail there. Drew hangs the tail right out and almost got a slap on it that would have turned him around, but he got away nicely. Now Drew settles down, comes around, gets the tail right out again. That's dangerous stuff when you've got a car right on your tail, especially Robert Garlick tries to thread his way through the pack, doesn't know where he wants to go. He changes his mind again. Craig Swanson's trying to work out which way he's going to go too, so that he knows which way he can go. Catley, Swanson down the back there fighting over fourth place at this stage as Drew leads nicely. Justin Drew in the Avalon 7 car. Here comes Garlick now with a move as he goes around the outside of Dart. Dart in the AU Falcon. He comes around. Garlick does that nicely, just drifts around. Dart now. Catley starting to move back in fourth spot. Garlick goes wide, pushes badly as the car gets put in a little bit deep and loses the spot. He'll make a comeback here. He's out wide. Dart's got him though. Drops down low. Gets the nose underneath Dart. Dart shuts the gate on him. He has to back off and back out. Drew's. Catley's into the wall again. He's not having a good night. Drew's in trouble. We're under yellow. Drew is in trouble.
And Gavin Catley, as he was coming out of turn 2 and heading down the back straight fairly high, I think I would be safe in saying the rear outside tyre has blown, and subsequently that sent him into the fence. So
I think they've done 4 laps now, have they? 3 down, 5 to go. 3 down, 5 to go as the Catley car gets taken off the track. Right, the witch's hat right in front of us now. The cone start. They come through the greens down there away. And Garlick's going to go for the big run this time. He's really going to try hard. He can see a win here. And he chases down Ken Dart down the back straight. Dart goes in deep. Garlick, if he can keep this car all out, hangs the tail out, loses a bit of ground there, washes off quite a bit of speed as Garlick comes straight around the outside. Garlick puts it in, shuts the gate on Dart. Dart gives him a tap, lets him know he's still there. Come down a little bit early for Dart, and that's all fair in racing as long as he didn't unload him. Now Garlick goes in deep, loses, washes off a lot of speed himself. When you get the tail out that far, it does tend to take a lot of speed off the car. The car pushing badly, the Garlick car. You can see when I say pushing the front, he turns the wheel, but it don't want to go around the corner. And now Swanson with a big run. Craig Swanson comes in, Dart goes with him all the way, but Swanson's got the better line coming out, and I think Swanson might just run him down. He has. Swanson up into second now. Craig Swanson in the Ballarat 40 car. Settles down the Garlick. You can hear those tyres starting to howl as this track starts to harden up. They're getting a lot of drive out of this. We're coming round, white flag, 1 to go. Garlick's gone wide. Swanson looking for the run. Garlick, Swanson's got the inside line, but Garlick sees to have the legs. That little Cortina, it's not handling well, but it definitely goes well in a straight line as he comes around now. Swanson hot on his tail. He can't afford to make a mistake again and wash off too much speed. He goes in fairly deep. He's made a mistake. Swanson's got him. Dart's got him as well. Swanson drifts right out, and the checkered flag for Swanson. Garlick hangs on for second. Dart for third. So Robert Garlick just hanging on there for second place. Craig Swanson, good drive, read that beautifully, actually sat back. Right, they'll come round to take the strike, green flags at the ready. Galley, Garlick off the front row, the green's down. Garlick gets away beautifully. Garlick, a very quick little car, but Galley's going to hang in there. Garlick around the outside. Galley's got the line now. Cockerell looking for the run. Garlick gets crossed up a bit, loses a bit of ground.
And here comes Hayden.
Peter Dowling in the 11 car sneaks in there, and Darren Cockerell, but Garlick's not going to give in. He's still hanging in there. The car got very untidy down the back straight last lap, lost a lot of ground, picked it all up again. Millsy sitting there, Dowling looking for a run. Mills under brakes. Trevor Mills. Now Millsy told me the problem he's got, he's too high geared. We've had a big lose there. Did he get tagged? I'm not sure. But Stephen Garlick has turned around. He's on the infield. What's the steward going to do? Is he going to pull it up or is he going to let him go? I don't know whether he got tagged or not there, but Garlick's sitting. He is sitting, so I don't know. Maybe he went on his own, but that's not a good place to go when you're running second. They come around Mills. Garlick's not going to stretch the car now. It's no point going out there. He's still qualified. It'll mean he'll start out of 8th. But I don't know, that was a tight little thing. He was a bit untidy on his first lap, but did he get touched? Where I'm sitting here, Gary, I didn't see it. You get a better view of it? Mills in second spot. This will suit Trevor. He's on the outside for the start of the final. If he stays there, he'll start on the outside. And Trevor told me his gearing's too tall. It takes him a while to get it wound up. By the time he gets to the end of the straight, you'll see the car come in. And then he has to back off to get round the corner, loses the speed, and then takes him a while to wind it up again. But, as he said, I'm not breaking things. Everyone else is breaking gearboxes because they're getting so much drive out of this sticky clay surface. So, Trevor, there's a bit of theory there. They've had 4 cars blow gearboxes tonight, so it's definitely taken its toll. So Mills in second, Cockrell's in third, Dowling's in fourth, Westy's in fifth, Kearney Thompson in sixth, and Anthony Wilson in seventh, with Stephen Garlick sitting on the infield. Now Galley, his luck's going well at the moment. The VDO-sponsored Rosedale 11 car. He's got about 7 or 8 cars break on Mills, but I think Mills he'd be just playing with that. I think he's sitting back quite happy to start outside front. Oh, Galley's in trouble. Galley's gone, he's done a wheel. Galley has lost the front wheel, and the yellow is out. The right front, and Brian Galley's bad luck streak's not We're looking ready for a start again. The hat's ready, looking good. Millsy, will he get it away quick enough? They can't pass him until they go through the strike. And have a look at Dowling with a big drop. Dowling has caught Cockrell napping. Cockrell, though, will run him down the back straight. Dowling, Cockrell's got the run. He's got the better line into the corner. And Kearney Thompson can't slow it down quick enough. Wilson's almost got tagged there in Kearney Thompson's little mistake. Dowling running the low line. Mills has got it wound up. Mills will drive middle track, make it awful hard for him to get round. Dowling looking for a way. Cockrell hanging on there. He goes high. Dowling's down low. Oh, there's a chance here for Dowling. But Cockrell's got the legs. White flag's out, 1 to go. Westy now starts to put the pressure on Dowling. Dowling pulls away from West. He's got clean air now, but here comes Westy again. Cockrell comes in under brakes deep. Mills is going to hang on nicely. As I said, he drives mid-track, keeps it nice and tidy. Mills will take the win from Darren Cockrell, Peter Dowling, Graham West, Kearney Thompson, Anthony Wilson. So that's how the final will start. Mills on pole. Third place in the Victorian title, Anthony Wilson, up here in the series. You're doing quite well in the series, but the Vic title, mate, you had a good run there, Anthony.
Yeah, I did, Maury, to start out of 17 and finish third. I was pretty happy with that, particularly the class, field of car that was in front of me. I was a bit daunting looking from the back, but no, I was very happy.
Yeah, the car after the title stood up to it well. There's no dramas there with the car?
No, look, it was starting to get a bit warm during the final, but then the stoppage certainly helped me. It brought the temperature down a bit, but no, the car was perfect after that. A bit of nose panel damage, but that was about it. It was really good.
Right, now the series. You're doing reasonably well in the series, but there's still a long way to go in this series. What do you think your chances are?
Oh, yeah, it's a long way to go. I mean, we're only into the third round tonight, and there's still a few rounds left, so a lot of miles to do yet, and we've got a national title coming up as well, so we've got to concentrate on that as well. So we'll have a go tonight and see what happens, get some more points.
No worries then. Well, all the best for tonight, and let's hope we see you up on the podium.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Right, looking good as they roll around. Green flags, if they're ready, they'll come round to the white strike, and we will get a start. Millsy, Cockrell gets away, beautiful. Cockrell got that jump on him. Trevor said he might have trouble off the start, and he was dead right. Mills drifts it around.
Westy in third.
Graham West moved up the third already, and then Peter in the 11 car. We've got a sandwich down there. They saw themselves out too. That's a garlic sandwich. That one with the Hussey performance car of Galley in the middle of it right now. Peter Dowling back in fourth spot, but have a look at Darren Cockrell. He's starting to pull away already. Westy done his own work again, bolted the right tyres on the little Tirana. Fair flying as he comes through. Mills, he's still hanging on. Dowling's got the inside line though. Mills starting to run out. We've got a yellow. What's happened down the bottom there? It's the Garlic car. 64, the Robert Garlic car has wrecked down the bottom there. Didn't see what was happening. I was watching the leaders, but Garlic's off the track now. The front of have a look at the front of that car there, Gary. He's
oh dear.
give him the wall or something. A big serve there. Comes round to the strike. Once he gets to that line, the green will drop, but they cannot pass him till they're past the hat. Now Westy gets a brilliant start, a blinder there. Westy comes right up to Cockerell. Now Cockerell, have a look at Westy. He's in there with a show at this stage, he reckons, and he's not going to let Cockerell get away. As West keeps the car down low, very low, gets around, and have a look, he's going to run him. Up the inside there, West. Cockerell will know he's there by now. Has a look, Mills has got to run high line because of his gear and he can't get down low. The car will bog down, he needs that extra distance to keep the revs up, that extra couple of hundred revs. So Trevor Mills running just that little bit higher on the track. Dowling will run lower and he'll try and get under Millsy, but Millsy's still just about quick enough. In fact, he is. He's starting to pull away from Dowling a bit there, but Graham West, he's keeping it right there on Darren Cockerell just to let him know. Now have a look, under brakes, he comes up, gives him a tap, I think. Just a little love tap to say, hey, here I am. Garlick's in trouble there. Heads for the infield. So Stephen Garlick, he's in the infield now, he's out of it. Mills, he's sitting back in third spot, still trying to work his way around. Kearney Thompson doing a great job back there in fifth position at this stage. Got the big forward pretty well going where he wants to, comes in deep under brakes, but he's running a high line and doing a good job. Wilson not answering Kearney Thompson at this stage. Westy now sticks the nose in, has a look, but Cockerell's just got the left. Here's West under the back straight there, gives it a big squirt, comes under. Now Darren's got his work cut out, sticks the nose under. Westy will know he's there. Now Darren will really get the foot into it. The Commodore, the little Tirana. Westy tries to hustle him, but Cockerell's got him. Back in front, West going to have another go. This is a battle and a half. Graham West in the little Tirana. Can he run him down? This guy has won that many features where they didn't reckon he had a hope. We've got the Hussey Performance car. Brian Galley's headed for the infield as they go round. So Cockerell, their leader from Graham West, Trevor Mills. Then it's Peter Dowling, Kearney Thompson, Anthony Wilson. Then it's a long way back to Swanson and Wilson's lost the back wheel. We got a yellow. Wilson has lost his back wheel. The right rear has come off the Wilson car. Now this is going to make things interesting. They'll bunch up again. Now, bad luck for Anthony Wilson. I was just about to say that Wilson hasn't done much. He's not making any inroads on the back of Kearney Thompson, and he won't now.
That's what I was about to say, Murray. Guess what? He's not going to anymore.
Cockerell's going to lead him around slow again. He knows that the V6 Commodore has the legs off the mark. He comes around. They'll hit the strike. The green is down. They cannot pass him until they're through to Witch's Hat. Westy tries the same trick. It's not going to work quite as well this time. Mills still running that car on the high line to keep those revs up. He has to stay out a little bit. He cannot get down as tight because the car is just a little bit overgeared. Dowling's not going to make much of an impression on him, I don't think. If he was going to do it, I'd say he'd do it by now. 16 laps to go now. It's becoming I wouldn't say a sprint, because 16 laps is still a long way and anything can happen. West. Then back to Mills, then it's Dowling. Then Kearney Thompson still hanging in there nicely in fifth spot. And now young Drury has moved up to sixth. Seventh place is the Craig Swanson car, and back at the rear is Peter Temby. Peter Temby's in the same motel unit as me tonight. He said, "You're going to have a beer afterwards, Maury?" I think I'll need one after this race, but it's still Cockerell at the moment doing a great job out in front. But Westy, he's the little fox terrier and the big old German Shepherd, I think, and Westy's the little foxy snapping at his heels as they go down the back straight. They're starting to pull away from Millsy. Millsy's trying to stay in touch, but unless something happens up the front, I think Millsy's not going to do it. He just cannot quite keep with these two front runners. The pace seems to be just that little bit quicker. You can see the black mark on the track starting to form where the outside tyres of the front runners are running, and Millsy's hanging his left front wheel on that same black mark, so he's running the high line to keep that back, get a bit of wheel spin into the car to try and keep the drive, and he's not even attempting to get down lower because it's the only way he can keep the revs up there where he wants them. But Peter Dowling is just not making an impression. Westy almost run into the back of Cockerell there. Cockerell seemed to slow for a moment there. This car, the season before last, had a lot of computer problems, and it would, for no reason that anyone could explain, stop for a second and then start again. And it caused quite a few pains in the rear for Darren Cockerell, actually, because he got hit quite a few times. I think they've got those gremlins out of it now, because of the way it's going at the moment, it'll be... Westy will be lucky. There's Dowling now. He's got Millsy. Dowling He's on the inside. Mills around the outside. They'll run down the back straight. Dowling and Mills all there swapping paint there as they go down. Dowling, Mills, he puts it in big, but Dowling's got the low line. Dowling will hold him out. So Trevor Mills now shuffle back to fourth. Goes Peter Dowling, but Millsy hasn't given in yet. Sidewise up, Millsy still hangs in there. Peter Dowling on the inside. Trevor Mills, now he's got the line. Dowling will drift out, shut the gate, make Millsy go down low, and Millsy will lose his revs. Dowling, good bit of driving there, but Millsy is not giving in. The Fox Terrier at the front, he's not giving in either. Graham West crawls all over the back bumper there of Darren Cockrell. Trevor Mills is crawling all over the back of Dowling, but Dowling I think is going to pull away from him. Unless Millsy can pull something out of the bag here, I think the gearing's going to let him down. But have a look at Graham West. This is not going to go. Oh, have a look at Trevor Mills. He's pushing Dowling just about as they go up the straight. So it might not be all over yet for Trevor Mills either. But he's back in fourth, and fourth ain't the podium at the moment. As Cockrell still doing it well, out in front. Cockrell, Temby's about to get a lap put on him in the Druin Speedway 15 car. Mills back in fourth. Kearney Thompson's not to be disgraced here. He's sitting back in fifth, but he's not that far back. Sixth place to still Justin Drew with Craig Swanson back in seven. As our leader goes through, the back marker does the right thing, goes high and lets them through. Trevor Mills trying to run that high line, might get caught out with this back marker if he stays out there. The back marker, Peter Temby, still circulating, but he's not in the same race as these front runners. He does the right thing, stays up high. Millsy brings it down underneath him. Cockrell's pulled out 2 car lengths on the little flying LJ Tirana of Westy. Peter Dowling, I think he'd know that Millsy's not far behind him. Millsy hasn't given him by a long shot. He'll try and force Dowling into an error. Peter Dowling doesn't make too many errors. All he nearly did there was Millsy almost tagged him. They come around, but Dowling's got third at the moment. Track starting to blacken right off. Westy, I think he's just about given up, or has he? Because Cockrell. The back bumper, the plastic back bumper on Drury's car's hanging fairly loose, but it's only plastic and no one right on his tail, so I don't think they'll worry too much. The white flag. Oh, Millsy's got Dowling back, and Dowling's come back. Now Millsy back into third spot while we're watching the other incident. The white flag is out for Cockrell, Westy, Mills and Dowling. Dowling runs him high. Millsy still hangs in there. He shuffled Dowling back. Now he's got a car length on him. Peter Dowling's really going to have to pull something out of the bag here now as Cockrell goes down for the last time. He'll win this easily. Cockrell cocks the back wheel in the air as he comes around. Westy, Dowling though, chasing Millsy. The back marker, he's got through, and Millsy will come through to take third place from Peter Dowling in fourth, and Kearney Thompson in fifth. Sixth place going to Justin Drew. Draggety's bumper behind him with Craig Swanson back in seventh, and Peter Temby will finish eighth. 4 cars did not finish this race. 12 started, 8 finished, but Darren Cockrell in the 11 car, the red line 11 car. He was my pick for the night, and he's done me well. Pity I didn't have him in the Calcutta.
We'll get straight underway with the presentations for the A-Modified Production sedans. And at this stage I'll call up third place getter tonight. Would you please put your hands together for Bendigo number 10, Trevor Mills. Millsy, there's your trophy, and of course West Farmers Dalgety Timboon, our sponsors here of tonight's round, and I'm sure you'd like to say a few words.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the club for putting it on, the sponsors who supported the meeting. I'd like to thank my crew and all my sponsors who sponsored me throughout the year. Even though I come third, I really enjoyed that race with Peter Dowling. It was an awesome race, and I'd just like to congratulate Darren and Westy, and thank everyone who follows me and helps me out. Thanks a lot.
Well done, thank you very much, Trevor Mills, third place getter. In second place tonight, by gee, I tell you what, he tried, and he done the little LJ Tirana proud, even though he was still runner-up. Would you please put your hands together for second place getter, Bendigo number 56, Graham West. Westy, there's your trophy.
Thank you.
That one?
That one.
Mate, runner-up, it was a good drive. You had him there at one stage, but Darren didn't give up, and in the end he looked like he pulled away a bit.
Yeah, late in the race I probably got tired without power steering, but it was a great race. It was excellent to race so close together, and we had one touch in the whole race, and it was good fun. Well, I've got the microphone. Could I thank my sponsors, Bendigo Home Tuning, Gold Rush Cafe, and all my crew, Margaret, Roger, and everyone that helps with the car. Thanks very much.
Well done. Put your hands together for runner-up, Bendigo number 56, Graham West. The winner of round number 3 tonight of the Antenna Specialists A Modified Production Sedan feature here at Simpson Speedway, brought to you by West Farmers Dalgety. Tim Boone, please put your hands together for red line number 11, Darren Cockerell. Darren, your trophy. Congratulations. Westy was a bit of a hard charger in the old Tirana and really kept it up to you there for a while.
Yes, it is. Well done to Graham and Millsy. Yeah, he got underneath me. I thought, shit, I have to pull the finger out, and I was lucky enough to get him again, so I wasn't going up high again. I'd like to thank all the sponsors of my cars, Grant's Auto Wreckers, Lower Roller Doors, Hocking Engines, Lubrimax Lubricants for the great lubricants, DTM for the good transmission, Luke's Back Ohio. I'd like to thank my crew, Graham, Luke, Peter Wallace for doing a bit of setting up. And finally, we had a run of these rounds on clay tracks. I love them. Thanks very much.
Well done. Winner of tonight's round number 3 here at Simpson Speedway, Darren Cockerell. Once again...
penalty, so it just doesn't happen. They come round, the green goes down, and we've got a race. And it's Garlic. Bent goes with Garlic all the way. Bent's going to come out all right. Galley's got the jump down there. Galley with a good run. Garlic goes around. McKinnell's got him. Parkinson into Garlic there. Spears. Have they survived? Garlic car's taken a big hit there. But he did that to himself. No one pushed him round. He got crossed up. Car very taily. Bendy. He's going to have to do it all again. So bad luck there for Stephen Garlic. Antenna Specialist, $20,000 series, round 4 for the Modified Production Sedans. As they roll around now, Russell Bent, it's all in his hands as they come round to face the green flag. And we're racing. Bent, Mills trying to go all the way. Mills tries to drop on Bent. Bent gives him a little hustle out. Galley's in there. Have a look at Spears trying to push his way through. Spears there. Will someone come to grief? 3 wide. Spears, he's not giving in. Spears, he's into Bent. He's pushing. They back off, he settles it down now. The steward will be watching this as a black and white flag will come out on Spears. Spears has picked himself up a black and white, and I don't blame the steward there. He was just getting a little bit too aggro. Mills shuffles right to the back of the pack there. Trevor Mills as Galley. It's only rubber on the back of those Commodores. So Bendy now. McKinnell's worked his way through in a second. So Brian Galley, as I said, Brian Galley needs a little bit of luck, and it might be his night tonight. He's in front of his local crowd as Russell Bent works his way back. Mills now, McKinnell's been shoveled back. Have a look at this, 3 places in a couple of seconds. As he was in second on the last lap. He's back into 5th spot as Hussey Performance. Brian Galley goes through. Russell Bent still hanging on. Here comes Trevor Mills now. He's got the left-hand front wheel in the air as he comes round, but Jim Spears in the Druin Speedway 55 car. He's not going to give an inch as he tags after Russell Bent there. If he gets a little bit closer, he might be able to rip that bit of panel off, which could bring out the flag. We hope not. Now Spears up the inside. Jim Spears into 2nd spot. Bent's going to get shuffled out as Mills tucks in underneath him. Russell Bent, though, he won't give in that easy. Down the back straight again. Mills now sets off after Spears. Mills a shrewd operator. He'll know how to work Spears over. Spears gets out a little bit wide. Mills is down low already. He's got Spears. Didn't take him long at all. 3 laps ago, Trevor Mills was at the back of the pack. He's up in a 2nd spot, but it's Brian Galley's race at this stage, and I cannot see them catching him. Yeah, well, Trevor Mills, he's ex-Australia too. He's currently Victoria 1. The guy has got a lot of experience. I class Trevor Mills as the closest thing you'll ever see to a professional speedway driver. His preparation, his teamwork, his crew, they all go about their business very professionally. As Brian Galley leads from Trevor Mills. Jim Spears in 3rd. 4 places, McKinnell. But here comes Russell Bent again, having a go back at McKinnell. McKinnell hangs on though, brings it out. Bent's the low line. Bent's back up into 4th. McKinnell into 5th. And Kearney Thompson hanging on in 6th spot. He sees a bit of a loose car there in front of him and tries to close the gap. But Brian Galley, he's starting to get worn down, Galley. Mills is not that far behind him now, so Brian... Yeah, well, how many laps? We've been counting the laps down. They won't be far to go now, but Brian Galley's going to really have to have his work cut out. He's going to have to cover his line because Trevor Mills extremely shrewd in the way he runs. Now, this is Brian Galley's local territory. Trevor Mills from up on the border. There he goes. He's got him. He's just, he didn't even have to work him over, actually. Brian Galley said, there you go, Trev, you can have that one. He handed it to him. Bad luck there, but Brian, he's not going to give him that easy either. Of course, Brian, an ex-3-litre Victorian champion, so he's got pretty good credentials as well, Brian Galley. Down the back straight they go again. I still haven't seen that. Yeah, the white flag, I think. The white flag is out for Trevor Mills. One to go now. As Trevor Mills, Brian Galley, Jimmy Spears doing a great job there. In a little forward. We've got Holden, then we've got a Ford. Then Russell Bent back in fourth. He's currently Victoria 4, if that place counts, and he's running fourth on the track. McKinnell's in fifth, and Kearney Thompson in sixth. Points all the way back count for the end of the season, so these guys know they've got to finish to get the points. Doesn't matter where, but it's checkered flag time. Trevor Mills takes out the first one for the modified production from Brian Galley, with Jimmy Spears in the Cortina, hanging on for third spot. Russell Bent back in fourth. Jason McKinnell in fifth in the 76 car, and sixth place, Kearney Thompson in the Bendigo. In the little Tirana, Graham West, he's always interesting to watch. The green flag has dropped, we're away. And Dowling with a run up the infield. Dowling, whether the steward will pull Dowling up for that, cut the infield, still cutting the infield, trying to get around Peter Dowling. But have a look at Drewy, young Justin Drew, one of the young blokes in this field, and he's already pulled out 3 or 4, 5, 6 car lengths as he brings the Commodore around. Gumboot in the Alexandra 64 car, back into third spot. Yeah, Westy now on the march. Graham West, round the outside goes West. Can he keep himself clear? He'll be a bit wary of Robert Garlick, because Garlick can get a little bit erratic sometimes, but he's settling down now. Simon Bent hangs on to second, but Drewey's got this shot. He's already bowled it. And if he can keep it all together, he's got that left-hand front wheel in the air already, so he's definitely tried. Now the 211s, Dowling's worked his way up. And Peter Dowling, he doesn't mind getting a bit rough either when the going gets going, and he puts it in big time. We've got Dowling right on the tail of West there, as Cockrell's been shuffled out a bit and lost a bit of ground. Drew, though, Drew's really got this thing cranked right up. Gets it out, loses a bit of ground there. He actually washed off a bit of speed, but he picks it up again and gets it back going. Westy now starting to have a sniff at the back of Garlic there. This is the best I've seen go. Here comes Dowling now, cuts the pole line, and will the steward be onto him? The steward has got the flag onto him. Dowling there, and I think you'll find Dowling might find himself with a bit of an infringement there as he dives under the pole line. And he just might even find himself, I don't know which way the steward will think, but he's doing it again, Dowling. He cannot keep that car up. I think it... But Drew, have a look at young Drewy go. Justin Drew in the Avalon 7 car as Gumboot now climbs the batter and loses a lot of ground in the 64 car. But Drewy in the Avalon car doing a great job. Dowling in the 11 cars up into third spot at this stage as he chases Simon Bent. Simon driving a beautiful race too. He's not really putting the foot out of place, Simon Bent, just hanging on there nicely. As now Dowling looking for a run round the outside. Dowling, Bent runs out wide. Dowling's got the legs though. Bent stays under him. Dowling shuts the gate on him, and Bent has to back off. They come around. There's a good battle going in here, but Peter Dowling. Westy's got the pressure on him now from Cockrell. Cockrell's trying to get around West. West will hang in there. He doesn't mind a hard run. Here goes Westy now. He'll run Dowling down. Westy around the outside. Penny box Dowling in under the slower car. Westy's going to try and keep him tied up there with Simon Bent, but Westy gets shuffled out, and Cockrell moves up in a 4 spot. Cockrell's a Bent. He's the holding the... Oh, Bent gets it up on 2 wheels almost. They go around, they lock together. Westy's around, Cockrell's gone around. We'll see a yellow, I'd say, because nowhere to go there for Cockrell. I think it is actually Gumboot. He got caught out in that, but he might have been the tagger actually. The tagger and the taggee. But there's a very competitive car, and he wants $8 grand for it with all the spares, and that's actually cheap for a modified product, and you can see it will run with the best of them. Right, the green flag is down again. Have a look at Westy off the mark. Graham West, he read it beautifully. This guy's been around a long time. He read that brilliantly as he comes round. Drewy, can Drew get it down now? Dowling's going to run West all the way. Dowling down low, comes under Drew. Will he cut the pole line? I think the steward will be watching him pretty tight if he does that too many more times. But it's Dowling this time. Got the inside run on Drew. Drew, bad luck there because he had such a good lead. And now he gets washed up high. Drew's going to lose more ground as West through. And have a look at Alberni from the back of the pack. Young Justin Alberni is up in a third spot with Wilson back there in fourth. So Alberni now's challenging for second. So Justin Alberni in the Nyora 8 car had a lot of bad luck. Alberni had a lot of bad luck with his car, but obviously it's not happening tonight. So now Dowling leads. And Alberni's in second, Graham West in third, Young Drewy's in fourth place. The white flag's out, one to go. Westy's up to the Wilson's moved up now. And Drew's got a problem. Drew's slowed down. Maybe that was the drama. Drew has definitely got a problem. But Dowling will come through to win this one, I'd say. The steward's still got a flag on him, though. And I don't think what he did at the start was very nice. But the checkered flag. Alberni in for second, so great run there for Alberni. Third place to Wilson, fourth to West. Or was it West and Wilson? West and then Wilson.
Round they come. Wayne Ball on the front. Chris Stewart looking for a run up the middle there.
The Galley car's got himself sorted out. The green flag's down. Spears gets a bit untidy as they get away. And there's Stephen Laidlaw back on the track too. The car that backed himself into the wall in the first heat sorts himself out the pack. They come around down the back straight for the first time they go. And it's Dowling out in front. Dowling from Laidlaw. Laidlaw back to Spears. Then Patterson. Then we've got a big mover there in Mills. Mills coming through the pack. Trevor Mills in the 10 car. There's a sandwich there. There's the 35 car there of, lost his name here now. Ingham in the 35 car gets shuffled right out of the pack. We've got the Nyora 8 car there starting to work his way through too, and he's doing quite well. Young Justin oh, there's a big turnaround up there. Mills is in it. Laidlaw's in it. I just looked at the program for a name and I missed what happened there, so we'll just have to wait and see as they sort themselves out. But Mills and Laidlaw, let's hope Stephen Laidlaw's car is A-OK. Give him a good run too on the first part. The green flag at the ready as they roll around. Looking good, the green's down, we're away. Spears the car very taily as it comes out. Alberni tries to force his way through the pack. Alberni's hit one, he's hit two. Alberni's on a mission. He's got hit. As they come round, they're going everywhere. Spears it out, the yellow's out. So whether Alberni, I think Alberni's throttle must have stuck there because he went into that, the green's down again. And Dowling this time, Drewy, have a look at that thing go. Justin Drew, this time his fuel pressure's not going to let him down. As he comes around, Dowling runs him every inch of the way. As the two early model Commodores run with him too. Down the back straight, Laidlaw, have a look at that car. He puts it in there. This is racing at its best in the modified production. Antenna Specialist Series as they come through. Mills now. Trevor Mills moves up in a 4 spot. So Millsy now gets under McKinnell. McKinnell runs him all the way though. They come round. Garlick in the Ford at the back there. The rest are Holdens except the Ford up the front. We've got one of each, front and rear, as Dowling leads them. Dowling's in front still, but he's got young Drewy hot on his tail. Drewy and Laidlaw. Laidlaw's out for these points. He needs them. As he brings the Commodore around, Laidlaw down the back straight. Dowling, the car certainly got some grunt. It goes anywhere he points that car, it seems to go. But, well, Drewy this time's got the line, but Dowling comes down on him. Dowling shuts the gate and forces him to back off. So Stewart will be looking at that. Dowling not clear of him and close the gate well and truly on him. So Trevor Mills on the charge too. Millsy very shrewd. He knows how to count the laps down and work his way through. Trevor Mills, the Drewy, can he do it again? But Dowling, he made sure that Drewy was not going to stay underneath him there. They go down the back straight. Now he's starting to pull a bit of a break. Dowling starting to get the edge on him. As Drew pushes out, Mills has got him. You only need to make one mistake, and Millsy's there. Drew Drew's gone back another spot. Laidlaw up into third spot goes Laidlaw. Drew back into fourth. McKinnell's in fifth. And Garlick is back in sixth spot. But Dowling at the moment, Peter Dowling is the man to beat. He's out in front. He's won one. He's got this one shot to pieces at this stage. But can he keep it all together? Dowling, Mills goes through. Drew still got that Commodore crank right up. He hangs the tail out, loses a bit of ground as he washes off some speed down the back straight. McKinnell's not getting left behind either as he sits back in fifth spot. It's still Dowling though. Dowling, Mills starting to close the gap. Trevor Mills, as I said, very shrewd operator, knows exactly how many laps he's got to go. And there's none. I think they're picking up the white flag now. I think we'll have the white flag this time out. So he's run out of time, Trevor Mills, and Dowling doesn't give him that easy either. They come around, no, the white flag's still not out. We've still got another one, I'd say, to go. But Dowling hangs on. Mills starting to pop that left front wheel in the air as he comes round. And McKinnell's got Drew. Drew's got McKinnell again. There's no time to breathe in this race as they change places for the minors. But Dowling comes through again. Still haven't got a white flag yet, so they're still working on these laps. And Dowling, Mills, Laidlaw, Drew. Drew's cranked that thing right up again now. And if ever I heard a little V6 sound sweet, it's that car of Drew's. It's singing as he goes down the back straight, but he's in fourth. And that's not as many points as first. As the leader comes over the line again. These laps are going on and on. I don't know where I think Drew, the pressure's on him. I think it's coming out this time round. Laidlaw, Drew has dropped. He's moved up on Laidlaw now. Drew, the white flag's out. Dowling, Mills. Mills will concede this. I think he won't stretch the car. As Drew now all over the back of Laidlaw. Tries to get under him. Sticks the nose in. Laidlaw has to back it out. Laidlaw shuts the gate on him. They come round. Dowling's going to do this easy. Peter Dowling. Off pole, very hard man to beat. Millsy, though, in for second. Stephen Laidlaw's done a great job here to pick up third place in the zero car with Drewy in fourth, Jason McKinnell in fifth, and Garlick in sixth. And the 34 reverse sprint to Greenstown, and they get away nicely. And it's Anthony Wilson. Should be easier. Ashley Parkinson tries to work his way through the pack at this stage. They settle themselves down. Cockrell. Here comes Galley. Brian Galley. Big run in there in the 11, the two 11s side by side as they go around. We've got three 11s racing here tonight, so don't get too confused. We'll try and keep you informed. We've got the 64 car going round down the back, but he don't matter. He'll get it going again, back on track. They come round as Wilson, Parkinson now up into second. Kearney Thompson in the big Falcon leads. Cockrell trying to find a way through as Bent's lost that back bumper already. I'd say his zip ties didn't hold. They come around, Kearney Thompson, Parkinson, Wilson. Here comes Cockrell now. Up the inside, there he goes to Galley. Galley makes a comeback. Galley and Cockrell, they come round and Benty dragging his tail behind him. It's only a bit of rubber, it won't hurt anyone. Westy's back there, third from the back, fourth from the back. He's got a good field in front of him to pass. But it's Kearney Thompson out in front in the Falcon. Kearney, Ashley Parkinson, the Australia 1 car. In second spot, Anthony Wilson. He's the current Victoria 3 car. He's in third. And Darren Cockrell back in fourth spot in the 11 car. That's the Red Line 11 car. Then it's Brian Galley in the Rosedale 11 car. Galley back to Bent father, then Bent son. And then it's Graham West, Peter Temby. Peter Temby got a new motor. That's the Mo Moncton car, for those who've been around a long, long time. It's the Moncton car. They tell me Stephen Moncton built the motor in it, so he's pretty happy with it at the moment. But Ashley Parkinson starts to turn the wig up now as he puts the pressure on Kearney Thompson. Kearney Thompson's been around a long time too. He's not going to give in that easy. Parkinson hot on his tail, starting to really keep the pressure up to him now. Thompson will know he's there. Now he's gone wide. Parkinson up the inside, he's got him. Ashley Parkinson worried him a little bit, did the inside run. Thompson's not going to give in though. Kearney Thompson still going with him, but Parkinson's got the line now. Thompson down the back. Holden versus Ford, and the Ford goes in deep under brakes. The Holden's got the low line. The Ford's still going to go with him. It's a Holden-Ford battle up the front, and at the moment the Holden's out in front. We've got Wilson back there in third spot. Galley's moved back up into fourth. Cockrell is in fifth spot. Russell Bent slowly turning that wick up all the time. He's in 6th spot at this stage. Then we go back to Simon Bent, then it's Westy, and then Peter Temby with Robert Galley bringing up the rear. So Parkinson in the Australia 1 car out in front, and pretty comfortable now, Parkinson. Kearney Thompson, there's a pressure now on Wilson. Galley starting to rattle the back of Anthony Wilson's car there, letting him know that he's there. Cockrell lets Galley know he's right there. And Benty, he'll let him know too. We've got Simon, gets tagged there by Westy. Simon Bent gets a touch on the tail as he goes to the infield there. The laps counting down what's going to happen here. Simon Bent still sitting there. They come around. So it's Parkinson. Kearney Thompson's in 2nd. Wilson's in 3rd. Galley still hangs on to 4. Bent's moved up a spot now on Cockrell. Russell Bent up into 5th spot. And Cockrell back into 6th place at this stage with West back in 7th. So white flags out there on their last one, and Garlick's in trouble. The leader comes up on his tail there. Robert Garlick in the 64 car. The white flag is out as they come around, and it's Ashley Parkinson. Will take the checkered flag. Ashley Parkinson. Kearney Thompson picks up a 2nd, so he's pretty happy with that too. 3rd place, Anthony Wilson. 4th place goes to Galley. So Galley in 4th. 5th place to Russell Bent. Looking good, the flag's down, and it's Mills. Mills gets away beautifully. Trevor Mills grabs the lead. Dowling into 2nd. Kearney Thompson, Ashley Parkinson hangs in there. Russell Bent with a big run. Russell Bent up into 4th. We've got Galley sitting back there in 5th, and Dowling's taken Mills back. Dowling's gone back underneath Millsy. They come round. Benty's in there having a real good go at it. Russell Bent, Kearney Thompson. Kearney Thompson bent up the inside. Mills hangs the tail out there. They cream it all together. These are the cream of the crop as they go down the back straight to Multiply Productions. So it's Peter Dowling from Trevor Mills, and then Russell Bent. Kearney Thompson back in there in 4th spot. Then it's Ashley Parkinson. We got the front spoiler going on the track. That's only a bit of plastic. I don't think the steward will stop it for that. It's not worth worrying about. It's only a little bit of plastic. As they go down the back straight again, Dowling still hangs in there. The movers, where's Australia 1? He's back in 5th spot at this stage. Then we've got Galley in 6th, then Wilson's in 7th. Then it's back to 8th. There's Darren Cockrell. Then it's Jason McKinnell. McKinnell back to Drew. Drew and Westy. Westy starting to make a move back in the pack in the little LJ Tirana. Then it's Alberni as our leader. Dowlings from Mills still has Bent up into 3rd spot. Russell Bent starting to dial himself in, and this man can drive. Once he gets a scent of the victory, he's off and running. And Russell Bent now has got the Bass Waste Commodore sorted right out. Kearney Thompson in the big forward, sitting back there in 5th spot. Galley doing a great job. We got smoke coming from the Sean Patterson car, back in the pack a bit. And then it's Stephen Garlick right down there, and at the back, Peter Temby. Peter Temby still hanging on. There's smoke coming from the Patterson. We've got Alberni into the fence. He comes off it. Sparks fly high. Dowling still leads though. Dowling doing it pretty easy at this stage. Mills, he's the one in chase. Then it's Bent. Bent with the pressure on him from Ashley Parkinson in the Australia 1 car. Back in 4th, Australia 1, Kearney Thompson. Back there in 5th spot. We're under yellow. We've lost the wheel. We're under yellow. It's the Patterson cars. Had a bit of an altercation with the fence, popped the tyre. We'll get that bit of debris off the track while we're under yellow, and they'll circulate around. Just to see how they go. They start to bring it up a bit quick. They punch up now. Dowling pretty cunning with his starts like that. Slow them down, speed them up. And Mills crawls all over the back bumper of Peter Dowling there, not giving him an inch as he comes out of the corner there. Keeps it right up to the Russell Bent, the old veteran there. Benny's, give or take, he's my age. He's into the back of Millsy there, gives him a nudge, lets him know he's home. And they come out of the corner again, so Benny right up there with him. And this car, fair flying too, Russell. He's had a lot of motor problems, now he's sorted out. He gives Mills a bit more of a nudge, lets him know that he's there. And he wouldn't want to make a mistake. We've got one onto the infield, the dust there. I think he's out of the way. We've got a black and white, we're under yellow. And they all slow it down pretty quick. It would have been. The boys do a lot of good work in that car, a lot of good work. The green flag is down again. We're back underway. Millsy gets the low line. Millsy and Dowling. Dowling will try and shut the gate. He's going to do it. Dowling comes down on Mills and shuts the gate, but this time Mills goes all the way, takes it up to him and runs him out wide, keeps him out in the loose. So Dowling's got the shuffle, and there's a big dive there from, it's the Russell Bent car. And Russell Bent has just picked up a black flag. There goes Ashley Parkinson. The Australia 1 car has been turned around. The Australia 1 car has been turned around, and Russell Bent just picked up a black flag out of that. So Russell Bent copying the black flag for coming underneath that car. Pretty looking good again as they roll round. The green flag is about to go. Hussey's gone early. Galley, will he get away with it? Cockrell. Now Mills tries to find a run. I don't like the way Dowling, he runs into a corner wide, he lets him get under him, and then he tries to shut the gate and force him. It's going to bring him undone sooner or later. He's done it a couple of times now, but seems to be getting away with it at this stage. But Mills hot on his tail there. Kearney Thompson's the surprise there. Kearney Thompson's up in 3rd spot in the 45 car, and Kearney hasn't been doing all that well. When he's hot, he is hot, but he hasn't had that much luck. But Kearney now running in 3rd spot with Cockrell in 4th, and Galley back in 5th. Wilson's in 6th place, and now it's Alberti. No, it's not. It's Drew. Drew in 7th with Westy up in 8th. Yeah, well, the field is dwindling down just a little bit, but Dowling's still hanging in there. Mills is still throwing everything he's got at him, and Mills will not give him that easy. As Trevor Mills in the Victoria 1 car goes through. Peter Dowling is Victoria 2, and Wilson is Victoria 3, so it's a pretty good field out there. If they put another lap on the board, the back mark, as I said, there's a freight train from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Actually back to 8th with Westy, then we go back a little gap. Peter Tempe doing a good job out there. Oh, here's a sandwich. Kearney Thompson gets taken out. Cockrell and Galley. Cockrell and Galley take Kearney Thompson. I think we'll see a yellow here. We have got a yellow. Kearney Thompson got the nudge there and got taken out. Now, I didn't quite see it started, but I know the 11 and the 2 11s. 22 car. Drewy, Westy, the green's down. We've got a race again. As away they go. Millsy this time has a look around the outside. Can't do it. Dives down low. Tries to find a way. 13 laps to go, they just tell me. 13 laps to go, thanks for that. Right, Millsy tries to find a way. Kearney Thompson still hanging in there. Field starting to dwindle down. Kearney Thompson, and then it's Darren Cockrell looking for a way round Thompson. Mills looking for a way round Dowling, and Wilson looking for a way round Galley. Have paired themselves off. It's like a dancing party now. They're in 2s, but they'll soon sort this out. Now Mills, he's trying to find a way to get round. We've got Alberti, the slower car. Hanging out, Mills has got the nose in. Mills is up beside him. Mills has got him. He's going to run him. Mills will take him out. Smart driving there, Mills. He runs him high. Gets him up in the loose as he can't get under him so quick. Millsy now has got the jump on him, but Dowling will try and run him down. Mills, these tyres are starting to howl. Mills out in front from Dowling. Kearney Thompson still doing a good job. Back in 3rd, he's actually starting to pull away. Darren Cockrell, he's pulling away from Galley. Galley's got Drew. Then it's West. West hanging in there, and Tempe doing a great job there. Peter Tempe comes around. Drew hangs the tail out. Dowling tries to get underneath Mills again. Can't do it. Peter Tempe goes underneath Westy now. He told me he's got a good motor and some tyres with grip, and Peter Tempe, he He's up there. He's in 7th or 8th position, I think it is. 8th position, and doing it well. He's actually moved up into 7th. Dowling still having a go at Mills. Westy has come back into 7th, though. He's not going to concede that easy. Up the front, though, Dowling still trying to get at Mills. Mills wore him down. Now he's trying to wear Mills down. Mills out in front, though. Trevor Mills really throwing everything he's got into this to try and stay in front of the flying Peter Dowling. Dowling down the back straight, right on his back bumper. Not giving an inch. He's actually climbing over his back bumper as they come around. Kearney Thompson sitting in there. Dowling's going to get a warning. Dowling gets a black and white. He's been warned. He's getting a little bit out of tough, but these guys really drive a good race. The Modified Productions Antenna Specialist Series. Mills still hanging on. Dowling pushing it every inch of the way. Kearney Thompson, he'd be pretty happy with the Ford. He's switched to this car 2 seasons ago and starting to get it all together now. Well, that's what I was saying earlier on with the modified guys. They know how each other drives. They don't mind a bit of tappy tap on the bumper just to let someone know that you're there, you're coming through. But they don't do too much slamming and wrecking. We've got Wilson over there on the infield. I didn't notice him drop out before. Bad luck there for Anthony Wilson. But Dowling still really giving it. He's given it all he's got, Dowling. Now Mills has turned the wick up. Mills is starting to pull out a couple of car lengths. I think Mills, he's had enough. It's time to go racing, says Trevor. As he's really starting to crank this car up. He's pulled away from Dowling. He's pulled away from Kearney Thompson. Dowling's making a comeback, though. He's not going to give in. Dowling, Westy still hanging in there. We've got Galley right on the back bumper of Cotterill, giving him the hurry up. He's in 5th spot, but he's starting to rattle Cotterill's chain, letting him know that he's there, trying to make there's Dowling now. Checkered flag to Mills. Dowling 2nd, Kearney Thompson 3rd, and Cotterill 4th, Galley 5th, Drew 6th, West 7th, Temby 8th, and Ingham is 9th. Over the line will come Stephen Garlick to get his points, because this is what it's all about at the end of the day, points. And Garlick will come over the line to get his points, but what a race. Trevor Mills, put your hands together for Trevor Mills, because that was one of the hardest ones. I've seen Millsy do it easy a few times, but that would have to be one of the hardest ones I've seen Millsy fight in a long time. the top drive anyway, Marty, and bad luck on West again, but that's what racing's all about.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Obviously, this race is in memory of Di Watts, and I think it's important that we all remember the work that Di put into making the association such a great thing, and to put on racing like that, that's what she wanted, and it's great to see us doing that. I'd like to thank my dad for coming down, Michael and Spider and Bruce for coming down as well, Lyndon for giving us a hand, and Vanessa and Dara. Thanks a lot.
Good on you, Marty, top driver. Right, this is the stealer. This guy snuck up and stole it right on the line. I had a feeling he'd do it anyway, but Ryan West, he snuck through there right on the line. The oldest car in the race, and Westy snuck through to do it. So good on you, Graham.
Thank you. I tried so hard to get to the front in this race, and when that last caution came out, I had a beautiful run down the outside, but that's the way it goes. And congratulations to Willie. I tried my hardest to win this race, and I have a few times before. And commiserations to Marty. I only just got you, and we still race down the back road next corner anyway. Thank my sponsors, Benny Home Tuning, Sedans, Picture Cream, and Gold Rush Cafe. Thanks very much. Thanks to the crowd for coming along and supporting the old car. Thank you.
Ronnie Watts, I think we're going to be a pretty popular second place, but the man of the moment, all fell together for you, Anthony. Congratulations, and I'd like to hand over there to Neil Watson to present the Ronnie Watson Memorial.
Yeah, congratulations to Tony. Fantastic race, really. A great of attrition there. You know, I thought that Brian Galley had a shot to pieces for a while, and then I thought Phil Pottage had a shot to pieces. After that lead, and poor old Philly must have ran over retirement. And then Tony came through in the end after dropped really lost there for a while. Congratulations, I'd be proud of you. Congratulations, son.
Thanks, Ross. Yeah, look, I run the near last at one stage, and then towards the end I thought, geez, where's all these cars gone? And I was out there bloke in front of them, and this is all right. Look, I'd really like to thank Neil and Matthew. Guy was a good friend of mine, good friend of mine on Linda's. It was very sad in passing. This is really fantastic to win this, and it certainly is in memory of Di. She's the reason why the association's up and running the way it is, and we're doing these fantastic rounds, a good turn up the cars, and good competitive racing, and we've really gone in memory, I think. Look, I'd like to thank the Pancake Kitchen again. Suki Car in particular helped us get to the Australian title a couple of weeks ago, especially my wife Linda, Jeff, Dad, all the family, all the crew. If I've forgotten anyone, I'm sorry, but this is really fantastic. Thanks very much. Thank you. Sorry again, I don't know why, because this is your one that you get to keep, because the other big one is a potential. You want to has to be put up again next year with someone else to do battle with, and brilliant, but thank all the drivers, what a brilliant race, and we'll see us all run, and we've still got more racing to go, but